frente a la jornada número 28 de Liga que mide al Real Club Deportivo Mallorca y al Real Club Deportivo Espanyol. Ya lo sabéis, un partido clave para los intereses de ambos conjuntos, pero para el club que nos interesa, el Real Club Deportivo Mallorca, el de hoy es un partido que nos puede llevar hasta los 40 puntos en el caso de ganar y afrontar el próximo parón internacional de una manera espectacular, con estos 40 puntos que sería una cosecha a estas alturas de la temporada realmente positiva. Ya podéis ver, estamos en nada más y nada menos que el vestuario del primer equipo, a unos cuantos minutos para que arranque el partido, por lo tanto ya veis todo preparado, vemos las camisetas, la primera equipación con la que hoy jugaremos. Hemos preparado, por ejemplo, aquí en Manu Morlanes sus calcetas, su sudadera, también unas cuantos pares de botas, las chanclas también con el resto de futbolistas, como veis ya los utilleros del Real Club Deportivo Mallorca que han hecho su trabajo para que todo esté en su puesta a punto para los futbolistas. Y ojo, hoy también un detalle muy importante, el brazalete que hoy portará, como viene siendo habitual, Antonio Raillo, pero un brazalete especial con ese mensaje de lucha contra el racismo, a la que se suma la Liga y en la que el Mallorca lógicamente también forma parte para la lucha de una lacra, no solo en el deporte sino también en la sociedad. Así que lo dicho, aquí todo listo en el vestuario del primer equipo del Real Club Deportivo Mallorca para este partido que, volvemos a decir, muy importante. Nos podemos colocar en esos 40 puntos y ojalá al término de los 90 minutos este mismo escenario sea también un lugar de auténtica fiesta, porque supondrá que el Mallorca ha sacado un buen resultado. Así que nada, Llorens, ahora todo tuyo en esta previa del Real Club Deportivo Mallorca, Real Club Deportivo Espanyol.
Pues muy buenas tardes y bienvenidos, como ya bien ha comentado mi compañero Damián, bienvenidos a esta jornada 28, bienvenidos al partidazo que va a arrancar a las 4:15 aquí en el Templo, en casa, en l'Infern, en Son Moix, este Mallorca Espanyol, un partido donde, como bien ha comentado también Damián, hoy se puede llegar a la cifra de 40 puntos. 40 puntos que nos lo había haber dicho a principio de temporada, que a estas alturas pues estaríamos a punto ya de pisar esos 40 puntos que Yago Barrasate y ya muchos entrenadores han cifrado y han marcado pues como el objetivo de la permanencia de esos 40 puntos, y un estadio, como podéis ver en pantalla, que en unos instantes, a poco ya va entrando la gente, ya está entrando los aficionados. Tenemos ya a los porteros del Real Club Deportivo Mallorca preparado, ejercitándose sobre el terreno de juego, un terreno de juego que, como bien hemos comentado, a las 4:15 arrancará la jornada 28 con un estadio que se prevé que esté lleno absoluto. Hace buen día, hace buen ambiente, ha habido buena previa, por lo tanto solamente queda pues nada, disfrutar de un buen fútbol. Dicho esto, hay mucha previa por delante, hay mucho que analizar, y ¿quién mejor a mi lado, quién mejor a mi izquierda? Nuestro compañero inseparable, nuestro talismán, Jovan Stankovic. Jovan, bienvenido, ¿cómo estás?
¿Qué tal?
Muy bien.
Muy bien.
Partidazo hoy ante el Espanyol, equipo que está en la posición 15 de la Liga. Estamos a 9 puntos de distancia, el Mallorca ahora mismo es séptimo con 37 puntos. Bueno, ¿qué pinceladas nos puedes dar de este partido a priori?
Sí, bueno, lo más importante que Mallorca en últimos partidos se encontró con el juego y también con los resultados, porque pues, como lo sabemos todo, el mes de enero no era bueno, hemos perdido casi todos los partidos, y ahora en febrero y marzo ya hemos mejorado muchísimo, y bueno, hemos tenido últimos partidos que, por ejemplo, el último partido contra Alavés lo teníamos en las manos para ganar. Bueno, por mala suerte perdimos. Hicimos buen partido en Sevilla contra Sevilla, y el último partido en Bilbao también hicimos un gran partido. Entonces yo veo a Mallorca subiendo nivel partido tras partido, y yo espero hoy una victoria.
Dos equipos que llegan con unas dinámicas bastante buenas, como es la del Mallorca, que en estos últimos 5 partidos cosecha una victoria y 4 empates, y el Espanyol, que en estos últimos 5 partidos cosecha 2 victorias, 2 empates y una derrota. solamente. Dos equipos que llegan pues con la flechita tirando para arriba. Si hablamos de términos futbolísticos, el conjunto de Manolo González, que fuera de casa no es del todo sólido como tendría que ser, pero que han mejorado después de ese parón navideño. Dicho esto, cuando hablamos del Español se nos viene el último partido que hemos jugado ante el Español, ante el equipo de Manolo González, que fue el partido de primera vuelta, donde se perdió por 2-1, donde Yago Barrasate ya lo dijo que fue, creo que el peor partido que jugó el Mallorca, y además un equipo que nos analizó muy bien y nos pues complicó bastante las cosas. Dicho esto, hoy hay dos tareas. Una, la más importante, que es sumar de 3 y ponerse ya con 40 puntos en la liga, que sería algo espectacular. Y sobre todo, parón de selecciones sería lo mejor que podríamos hacer, alcanzar los 40 puntos y marcharnos a ese parón de selecciones con total tranquilidad, y luego pues romper esa mala dinámica que podemos tener entre comillas ante el Español, porque bueno, llevamos esta temporada en la primera vuelta perdemos 2-1, y la temporada pasada el Español estaba en segunda división. La anterior se empata el partido en Somos 1-1 y en casa del Español se pierde 2-1. Por lo tanto, hoy hay que volver a sumar. Dicho esto, hay mucho que analizar. Uno de los hombres que lo tiene todo y lo sabe todo, que está ahí en el terreno de juego, cerquita de los jugadores, cerquita de lo que pasa ahí, es Damián. Damián, muy buenas tardes. De nuevo, partidazo a la vista.
Sí, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas de nuevo, Llorens, muy buenas, Jovan. Como hemos comentado a lo largo de estos primeros minutos de previa, es un partido muy clave, un partido donde se nota en el ambiente, ¿no?, que hoy seguramente hay en juego más de 3 puntos, sobre todo por la situación clasificatoria del Mallorca, por alcanzar, ojalá, esos 40 puntos que lo catapultarían a una posición realmente positiva en este parón internacional, y precisamente para intentar sacar un resultado positivo.
Venga, vamos con el 11. ¿Lo tienen bien? Lo tienen.
En los costados, Johan Mojica y Pablo Maffeo, doble pivote para...
Lo tienes que quitar eso. Hasta el partido nada. Hello. ¿Qué destino es hoy? Mallorca. Mallorca. Ojo, tenemos la llegada,
varias semanas del futbolista nacido en el Barcelona. Hoy tampoco estará Robert Navarro. En total, 23 convocados, entre ellos Mardo Méndez, el futbolista de la cantera, que completa esta lista del Real Deportivo Mallorca para afrontar este partido de la jornada 28 frente al Real Deportivo Español. Así que este es el 11 con el que sale el Real Deportivo Mallorca. Ahí está, muchas gracias, Damián. Joan, el 11 titular que sale en esta jornada 28, ¿qué te parece? ¿Te gusta?
Sí, este sistema que hemos probado nos ha dado muchísimos puntos. Tengo una duda si va a acompañar a David Rodríguez o japonés. Porque actualmente, bueno, David Rodríguez también, muchos partidos se acompañan y la están jugando por la derecha, pero bueno, vamos a ver. Otra cosa es que Dani le mete y empieza el partido por la derecha y hasta no acompaña a Rodríguez. Es todo lo que tengo por duda.
Bueno, pues este 11 es un 11 muy...
Hello. Hoy intentaremos no gritar tanto. Porque no viste el vídeo. En un momento está tratando de tomar porque se cae. ¿Lo tienes? Venga, play.
Sí, venimos de sumar en las últimas jornadas, pero queremos sumar de 3 en casa con nuestra gente y bueno, como bien dices, tenemos ese reto, ¿no?, de poner altura en la que estamos de la temporada y yéndonos a un parón, pues sería algo muy positivo.
¿Cómo está el equipo? ¿Cómo lo ves? Imagino que consciente, ¿no?, de esa relevancia del partido.
Sí, el equipo es consciente de que enfrente hay un rival que lo está haciendo muy bien también, que va a ser muy complicado, pero que con la ayuda de nuestra gente y dando una buena versión lo podemos conseguir y tenemos esa ilusión antes de empezar.
¿Qué partido esperas? No sé si será importante hoy atacar de manera ordenada, ¿no?, para evitar esas transiciones.
Sí, a ver, queremos jugar en campo rival, queremos atacar, llevar la iniciativa, pero también tenemos que estar equilibrados, ¿no? Es un equipo que en transiciones ha hecho un montón de goles, es uno de sus puntos fuertes y tenemos que evitar eso.
Ya la última en cuanto al 11, sin muchas novedades, vuelve Manu Morlanes a la titularidad. Eso imagino que conduce a seguir Arder de nuevo, ¿no?, a esas posiciones de media punta, banda.
Sí, vuelve Manu, Omar lo estaba haciendo muy bien, pero bueno, creo que Manu está bien también ahora y necesitamos un poco sus características para ser dominadores, para ordenarnos con balón y bueno, eso hace que pueda jugar con Samu y adelantar un poco a Sergi junto con Dani alternando esa posición de media punta o banda izquierda.
Ya, gracias y suerte.
Vale, gracias.
Ahí están las palabras de Iago Barrasate, el técnico del Mallorca. Jovan, ¿qué tanto importante es hoy sumar? Bueno, no hace falta preguntarte, pero ganar, irse con un buen resultado y encarar ese parón de selecciones.
Sí, es muy importante sumar, o bueno, a ganar, porque estamos jugando en casa y ir en este parón con te dijo en el último partido del año, cuando jugamos allá en Getafe, dice, sería bastante bien si ganamos al Getafe y acabamos el año y vamos de vacaciones tranquilos, pues
pasó.
Esto lo dijo otro día también, a ver si ganamos al Espanyol y vamos de descansar 2 semanas. Y yo creo que son 3 puntos vitales, primero porque Mallorca está en un gran momento y por otro lado porque para descansar bien, tienen 2 semanas, prepararse, olvidarse ya de permanencia y afrontar últimos 10 partidos y pensar en otros objetivos, que es meterse en la posición de Europa.
Pues el Mallorca que llega muy buena dinámica, sus últimos 3 partidos son 3 empates. Se habla de la palabra clave porque sabemos que Somos es clave para asumir el objetivo primero de todo de la permanencia y luego de buscar ya pues esos sueños que tenemos todos, ¿no?, de un posible clasificación en Europa. Para posible clasificación en Europa, primero tenemos que atar la permanencia y eso pasa por los partidos en Somos, que son claves para ganar. Dicho esto, para ganar, para un partido clave hay que superar al Espanyol de Manolo González, que ya dijo que sería un partido complicado y difícil. Y a ver qué 11 sale hoy en esta jornada 28. Damián, ¿con qué 11 sale Manolo González?
Pues con un 11 también, el del Espanyol, bastante reconocible, por cierto, un conjunto catalán que ya lo decías también en buena dinámica, lleva 3 partidos consecutivos sin perder en este 2025, además son 3 victorias, 4 empates y una única derrota, además su última salida fue una victoria en frente al Deportivo Alavés, que es también un equipo de esa zona baja que se juega muy mucho en lo que queda de temporada, por lo tanto un conjunto de Manolo González que, como decimos, llega en un muy buen momento de forma y que seguramente pondrá las cosas complicadas con el 11 que cantamos a continuación, porque el Espanyol sale con Joan García en portería, seguramente uno de los mejores, uno de los mejores porteros de lo que llamamos de campeonato. Línea de 4 atrás para Cabrera y Kumbula en pareja de centrales, en los costados el Gilal y Carlos Romero. En el mediocampo estarán Urco, González, Kral y Edu Espósito. Arriba Roberto Fernández, Javi Puado, que es el máximo goleador de este Real Club Deportivo Espanyol, y Jofre, el conjunto catalán que ha viajado aquí a la isla con hasta 5 ausencias, la de Paul Lozano, Tejero, Grajera, Pacheco y el mallorquín Pablo Ramón, que se formó, por cierto, en la cantera del Real Club Deportivo Mallorca. Y sí, vamos a escuchar las palabras precisamente de Manolo González en la previa de este partido, en la sala de prensa del Real Club Deportivo Espanyol, donde sí, precisamente hablaba de lo complicado que iba a ser este partido, destacaba las virtudes del Real Club Deportivo Mallorca, pero además decía que su equipo, el Espanyol, no sabe qué iba a hacer en el día de hoy, pero lo que sí estaba seguro es que iba a competir. Lo escuchamos.
Bueno, si te encuentras en Europa, vamos a hacer una letra de baja seguro, ya se ha visto la alineación de los partidos, al final, pues, game changer, ¿no? Cómo acaba el partido. Comprueba mi ¿ah? Ya lo veamos.
i el videojocs que tenen àudio como tal, un tips que ara comento. Si me veis hablar de allá, usted. ¡Opa! ¡Te has ido! ¡Albert, te has ido, negro! Albert, te has ido, negro. ¿Tú ves señal en el monitor? Vamos a venir 5.
Un equipo que nos va a exigir al máximo nivel.
Las palabras del técnico del Español, que analizaba el partido del Mallorca y analizaba el Mallorca como un gran equipo con uno de los mejores entrenadores en la liga y con una muy buena dinámica. Ya lo dijo, que para sacar puntos de aquí de Somoy necesitarían pues tener su mejor versión. ¿Qué te parece este 11 del Español, que ya lo adelantó en la rueda de prensa, que se quedan ahí en Barcelona Paul y Álvaro Tejero? No han viajado con el equipo. Este es el 11 con el que sale. Hay que estar atentos tanto a Javi Puado, que lleva 8 goles, como Álvaro Tejero, que es el máximo asistente, que no va a estar. Por lo tanto, a Javi Puado sí que está en el 11 titular. ¿Qué te parece?
Sí, bueno, hay que decir que Español...
Venga, voy a pedir. Estás tú. Bien, Albert. Muy bien. Muy bien. Cuidado con el foco, que lo tienes detrás. Lo hemos hecho a poco, ¿no? No te preocupes, ya otro día te enseñamos a hacer los juegos, ¿vale? Lo suyo es que tengas a un CCU que te ayude a hacerlo.
Hello.
Es que también la movida, si toca primero el pecho y luego el brazo.
Sacar puntos. El último partido del Español es el empate 1-1 ante el Girona. Marcó Joffre en el minuto 49 y en el 88 Stuani de penalti terminó empatando ese partido, que ahora en un rato lo vamos a ver y lo vamos a analizar. Pero antes, Damián, ¿cómo está el ambiente ya cerquita ahí, en las gradas, en el terreno de juego? Porque ya empieza a acercarse, ya huele a partidazo, ¿eh?
Así es, Llorens, poco a poco se van llenando las gradas del Estadio Mallorca Somos. Todavía queda mucho para que el rojo de los asientos se vea tapado por los aficionados mallorquinistas, pero hay que entenderlo porque ha habido una previa de 1 a 3:30 cargada de gran música con grandes artistas como DJ Cooper, nuestro portavoz, por así decirlo, Jaume Colombas. También ha habido una gran cantidad de comida, nada más y nada menos que 1.500 fricadeles acompañada con bebida gratis, 2x1 en cerveza o no. Pues bueno, para vivir esta previa de una mejor manera, ya que este partido empieza a las 4:15, antes en esa previa también hay que comer algo, ¿no? Pues hemos preparado, el club ha preparado, mejor dicho, pues esa fanzón con, como decimos, música, con otro tipo de actividades como castillos hinchables para los más pequeños, etcétera, ¿no? Para amenizar esta previa, cargar fuerzas para animar una vez arranque el partido a las 4:15. Además, en pocos minutos, a las 4 menos cuarto, habrá aquí en el Estadio Mallorca Somos pues actuaciones del co-juvenil de San Josep Obre y además San Calentida, que es ese espectáculo de luces al son del We Will Rock You, ¿no? Ese tema tan clásico y que ya empieza a ser habitual en las previas de los partidos que juega nuestro Mallorca aquí como local en el Estadio Mallorca Somos. Por si fuera poco a todo esto, hay otro aliciente, aparte de los 40 puntos que podemos obtener hoy, y es que los asistentes a este partido, si así lo desean, pueden participar en un sorteo de 5 entradas dobles para una de las próximas visitas del Real Deportivo Mallorca, que es frente al Fútbol Club Barcelona en el estadio de Montjuïc, nada más y nada menos que el actual líder de la Liga, y además esto incluye billete de ida y vuelta con noche de hotel. Por lo tanto, bueno, es unas facilidades que damos a esos aficionados agraciados de este sorteo y que podrán apoyar al Mallorca, ya como decimos, en una de estas próximas salidas de finales del mes de abril, todavía con la fecha por definir, frente al Fútbol Club Barcelona. Así que esta ha sido la previa, vamos a mostrarla precisamente porque tanto Carlos como yo nos hemos pasado en esos minutos iniciales de la previa.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's fixture. I am your host for tonight's evening. My name is Daniel Ali Armstrong, and welcome to the YouTube Play Red Live here at Somos, here with Real Mallorca. Today we have a very, very interesting matchup with us. We have Real Mallorca facing up against Espanyol here at the Estadio Somos. I do think it's going to be a very, very interesting matchup between these two sides because we have two teams that really need to get the win here tonight. And now, a matter of fact, we're going to talk about the last time out for Real Mallorca. As last time out, they did face Atletico Bilbao here. Not here, sorry, at the Estadio de San Mamés, so playing away where it did all in square with both teams taking home a point each and it all ending at 1-1. It was Antonio Rayo who scored the opener for his team, scoring in the 56th minute for his team. That actually the first goal of his season, but unfortunately for Real Mallorca, the lead only lasted nearly 2 minutes with Nico Williams scoring the equalizer in the 58th minute, just 2 minutes after. Now, for today's matchup, Real Mallorca have been doing something a bit different today, been involving the fans, and they've been building up a bit of an ambient here tonight. So they've been giving out free food out in the back. They're going to have some performances out tonight. It's really a win. It's really a special day, despite it not being the biggest fixture, that we have seen here at Estadio de Somos. They have been preparing for it very well. They've been preparing it for the fans. The ambience is big, and they need everyone to show up. As Jacoba Arrasate did mention in some of his press conference, some of his pre-match interviews, they need everyone here tonight to show their support. It's going to be a big game. Now, actually looking at the stats last time out for Real Mallorca, they did face Atletico Bilbao. Real Mallorca actually did manage to keep 44% possession up against Atletico Bilbao, but Atletico Bilbao did keep 56% possession. It was 9 shots for Real Mallorca with only 2 shots on target, but 8 shots for Athletic Bilbao and only 2 shots on target for them too. So you could say a draw was deserved in that match. I definitely think Real Mallorca could have went out to get the win in that match. They definitely could have brought it home because they were creating so many big chances, but they just couldn't manage to put these big chances away, and that's really what cost them the 3 points that night. Because I do think they could have gone out that night to get the win. And if you do look at the screen here, if you do have this open live, you can take a look at the highlights, as I just mentioned, against the Atletico Bilbao game at the Estadio de San Mamés. Yeah, as I mentioned, they created so many chances. They were really close to having it, but again, they just couldn't manage to put away their chances. And honestly, they could have gone out to bring home the 3 points that same night up against a tough team like this, where only 5 teams have managed to take home points from this stadium. So it's a big accomplishment. It's still a great result for Real Mallorca getting the 1-1. And again, it's not a loss, and it's another point to add to the table. So definitely a good result for Real Mallorca. But again, yeah, as I mentioned, I definitely think they could have brought home the 3 points. They just need to learn to put away their chances and to score most of the chances they get. Now, this was an excellent delivery here from Dani Rodriguez right into Antonio Rayo, who just leaps up, takes a massive leap, and heads it right in the back of the net in that corner. What a goal that was there from Real Mallorca, right in the 56th minute. But as I did mention, the lead only lasted 2 minutes because it was Nico Williams who right after went in and also scored a header to get the equalizer for his team. And that's where it did end. It did all end 1-1 at the Estadio San Mamés. And yeah, as I mentioned, a really important point for Real Mallorca, a very good point. But they could have gone on to win the game. Unfortunately, they couldn't manage to put it away. But again, a massive chance there from Samu Costa. I mean, type of shots that you have to be getting on target, that you have to be scoring, or at least have to go between in the free posts. But again, a big display there from Real Mallorca. A big display also from Atletico Bilbao. They did look a bit quiet. They just come back from playing a very, very big game in the Europa League up against Roma. They just came back from playing the first leg of that match where they did lose 2-1. So, of course, they came back from a big game. They had a lot of pressure. They still had to play the second leg. So, Real Madrid, I think they had to make the most of that, and they did out there just last week out, as you can see, because they took away the draw. They put in a good performance. And yeah, again, as I mentioned, definitely a good display there from Real Madrid. Now, if we're looking at recent form, Real Madrid have won one match out of the last 5, and Espanyol have won 2 matches out of the last 5. If we're talking about recent form from these two sides, of course, Real Madrid haven't lost any of their last 5 matches, despite only winning 1 out of their last 5. All of the four others were draws. So, Real Madrid definitely in good form here recently. And Espanyol haven't lost any of their last 3 matchups also. So also a very, very good display from Espanyol. Both of these teams in a bit of a good form here at the minute. So it's definitely not going to be easy here for Real Madrid or for Espanyol. Yeah, as I mentioned, both of these teams in really good form. It's not going to be easy. But, Real Madrid, they started off the second half of the season with such a bad run. They just couldn't manage to get a win. They lost so many matches. And then they finally put an end to that bad streak. And now it's been 5 matches in a row. I think even 6 where they haven't lost a single match. They've got 4 draws. They've got 2 wins. They're looking very, very strong. When it comes to playing home, they are a very, very difficult side to beat. But Espanyol's away record has been decent within the last few games. So that's something that Real Madrid also need to take into consideration. Espanyol, a team that is good at playing away from home. And as I mentioned, they haven't lost any of their last 3. Now, if you look at the screen, you can see the match for last time out for Espanyol, where they did face Getafe at the RCD Stadium, where it all ended square with both teams taking home a point each, it all ending at 1-1. So, again, a decent result there for Espanyol, playing against a team like Girona, a team that are higher up in comparison to Espanyol. And Girona definitely is a team that has been struggling with form recently, has been struggling to get a win away and home, but not a bad team at all, so definitely a decent result from Espanyol. But if we do look at the stats of that match, it was actually 33% possession for Espanyol in that match, 7 shots with 4 on target. Girona, on the other hand, sitting with 67% possession, 18 shots and 4 on target. So definitely not a dominant display there from Espanyol. Girona were looking a lot stronger in that matchup. Espanyol struggling to keep the ball, struggling to keep possession, struggling to create chances. But even so, they did manage to get a 1-1 result at their own ground, which means that they did put in a good defensive work. They are a team that are defensively are solid, that are hard to break, and a team that are hard to beat when they're in the lead, as you can see. And luckily for Girona, they did actually manage to get a penalty in the 88th minute in the match. So just within the last few minutes of the match, they got a penalty to get the equalizer, and they managed to put that away. So, yeah, as I mentioned, Espanyol, when it comes to defensive, when it comes to holding onto that lead, they do know how to do that, and they have been doing it recently. They don't score, they're not a goal-scoring team, they don't get a lot of goals, but when they do manage to get one, they are very good at holding on to that lead. And as I mentioned, Girona had so many chances, but Espanyol just defensively, and the keeper absolutely amazing there from Joan Garcia. He put in an absolutely lovely display because plenty of shots on target, and he did save quite a few of them. There's the penalty there, taking a look at it. As he cuts in, he just runs in with his foot and takes him down, and he just chips it right in the middle. Lovely penalty there from Cristian Stuani. And yeah, as I mentioned, Espanyol, I think one of their stronger sides is their defensive point. They're not a team that score a lot of goals, but when they do get 1 or 2, they're really, really good and really hard to beat when they have the lead. They actually only scored 5 goals within their last 5 matches, Espanyol, so an average of 1 goal per match. And not only that, their goalkeeper, Joan Garcia, is ranked number 1 in saves per match in the whole LaLiga competition. He averages a 3.7 saves per match. And I mean, what a stat that is there from the Espanyol goalkeeper there, Joan Garcia. I mean, it's very, very impressive numbers. The number one at making saves per match. So not an easy goalkeeper to score against. Now we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be back very, very soon. So do not go anywhere. We'll be back soon.
sapiguent el que pot passar. En canvi, anant en el camp de l'Atlètic, pues, saps sempre que, bueno, que pots puntuar, però saps que és un camp molt difícil. Així que ja dic, crec que estan molt contents. Un poc, com dius, bueno, aquesta sensació un poc agridolça bueno, de que millor, si se d'ensam pot entrar, pues, te'n vas guanyant, però bueno, crec que han de valorar el punt i ara fer-lo bo dissabte que nostre. Bueno, és a dir, cada setmana tenim un o dos corners preparat i aquesta setmana pues, era un poc cercar més la zona del primer palo. El primer corner que vaig posar anava un poc a la zona, però no vaig ser capaç, bueno, entre que no van ser capaços de bloquear de la curta i m'ha quedat un poc curt i varen dir el segon intentar passar un poc a la curta, va ser un bon centre i, però bueno, al final, bon centre n'he pegat molts en la meva vida, però sí que és vera que aquests animals que entren t'ho fan bo ells. És a dir, un centre no és més que per una pilota d'àrea i ells, pues, evidentment, t'ho fan fàcil. Crec que tornem a ser l'equip que no hem deixat de ser llevat de altres partits, que per això duim tanta puntuació de temporada, però no m'ho hem de conformar. N'hem de sumar molts, tenim molts de rivals mig directes de la part baixa que nostra i aquest partit no se poden escapar de cap manera. Sí, ho ha dit el míster avui. Al final, quan veus els 4 davant, ja pràcticament veus el primer objectiu complit i te dona pues, aquestes ganes de poder somiar de per què no poden anar cap a dalt. És a dir, t'olvides pràcticament de mirar cap avall, que crec que és el primer objectiu, siguem realistes de tots, que per molt que és vera que ara tenim molt de punts i pareix que la salvació ha estat massa fàcil, però no és així, hem de donar molt de mèrit a el que s'està fent, però és vera que si poses aquest 4 davant ja el que pot fer ja és sortir cada partit amb la màxima ambició com estem fent, però mirant cap a dalt i no cap avall, així que crec que ha de ser un partit clau, es poden ser molt de dies fatuts si no ets capaç de guanyar, però també és vera que si guanyes i te'n van en 40 pot ser una alegria gegant per tots. Si volem estar a dalt, passarà a passar moix. Tenim 4 o 5 partits que nostre bon, de 4 o 5 pues, s'han de fer el màxim de punts possibles i jo crec que si que nostre mos fem forts estic segurs que estirem bueno, amb aquesta posició, no sé si europees, però lluitant fins al darrer dia segur. Sí, segurament me pilla, no sé si en el millor moment de la temporada, però a un nivell alt, on cada dia me trobo millor, cada dia me trobo més còmode. Crec que a nivell de grup hem tornat a recuperar les sensacions, com han dit antes, de molt de partits, 5 partits sense perdre. Això fa que si fas el combo que diguéssim un poquet, pues fa que anem amb ganes, amb il·lusió. Com has dit tu, per jo és el partit més especial de la temporada, segurament, bueno, segon, primer te diria que és a Cornellà, segon aquí, però bueno, les ganes de tornar a veure els companys, els treballadors, bueno, gent que has passat moltes hores, molts d'anys, molts de dies i bueno, amb moltes ganes de que arribi aquest dia, poder saludar tothom, evidentment guanyar, però a partir d'aquí desitjar-los també el millor a ells, que ojalà se salin contentos.
Now we are back after a quick short break there, and we're just about 20 minutes away from kickoff here, just about 18, 17, something like that. So very, very close to go. So do not go anywhere because we have plenty to talk about in this pre-match warm-up as we wait for the players to get that kickoff on goal. Now, a man we can talk about here tonight who I can see actually warming up is Velat Muriqi. He's currently the maximum goal scorer for Real Mallorca this season, as he has 6 goals to his name, scoring 2 goals last time he played here at Somos up against Las Palmas. A very, very impressive number. But just behind him, of course, is Guy Ladin with 5 goals to his name. So the question is, which one of these 2 strikers will end up the goal scorer this season? And as you see, if you are looking at the screen here, you can just see the ambience there at Estadio Somos, how much is lighting up, how many people we have in here. I mean, you can just feel the ambience in here. We have the chorus singing some songs for all the fans here waiting for the kickoff. I don't know if we're going to get a listen to that or not. I'm not quite sure, but if we do, I'll give you a heads up. Do not worry, so you can listen to the core if we do get that. But until then, we're going to continue talking about this very exciting matchup that we do have coming up ahead of us. As I did mention, we're just 13 minutes away from kickoff now. Sorry, not 13. We're about 18 minutes away from kickoff now. So do not go anywhere. Now, a win tonight is a must for both of these sides. If Real Mallorca are currently sitting at 7th place with 37 points to their name, meaning a possibility of European football if they continue winning by the end of the season. Just a maybe, and a win today would take them just 1 point away from 6th place at joining Real Betis, who are currently at 6th place with 41 points. Of course, a win tonight would put Real Mallorca up at 40 points. Now, if you do look at the screen here, they are getting the words here from Copete, who is currently suspended during this match, as he did pick up a red card last time out up against Atletico Bilbao. Of course, Copete, he a player that was very impressive, not usually a player that starts very often, but a player that has been putting in some good form recently. He's been playing some very, very good matches. He actually did get into the Player of the Week squad on our FootMob on Twitter. If you do follow us on there, you could check it. But so a player that's definitely been in really good form recently, a player that Real Mallorca is going to miss. But as they have been playing 5 at the back, usually Real Mallorca, usually when they play away from home, they start with 5 at the back, they go more defensive. When they play home, they go with 4 at the back, they play a bit more offensive, which does make sense compared to when you're playing away and when you're playing at home. Obviously, when they're playing home, Real Mallorca are a bit more comfortable, they're a bit better offensively, as when they're playing away, they make the most of their defensive work, as they are a very defensive side in general. Now, Espanyol, of course, what would a win tonight, this evening, mean for them? Now, they're currently sitting at 15th place with 28 points, just 1 point away from that relegation zone, down at 18th place. So, a win tonight is definitely a must from Espanyol if they want to avoid that relegation zone, avoid falling into it. They are just crawling out of it now with their recent good form. But again, if they lose tonight, they could be falling right back into there. So a win tonight is everything for them. Now, they are all the way down to 15th place, but at the same time, they're only 9 points behind Real Mallorca. So that just shows you how close everything is in the LaLiga table. I mean, every win is just so important in this table, as every team is so close to each other. That is ridiculous almost. And I mean, just to think that Real Mallorca is sitting at 7th place, but realistically they're only 9 points away from all the way down at the relegation zone is a scary thought. So Real Mallorca definitely need to keep racking up the points, as I said, if they want any type of possibility for European football. And they definitely need to keep on racking up all the points they can get by the end of the season. There's not that long left to go before the end of the season. We have about just 1 quarter left. I'd say we're about 3 quarters in. So if Real Mallorca can keep up the good form like they have been keeping up recently, then a possibility. European football is definitely a shot here for Real Mallorca. Now, the last time these two sides did actually face each other was all the way back in October at the RCD Stadium. For those who don't know, the Espanyol Stadium. And actually, the home side managed to keep home the 3 points. Espanyol winning 2-1 up against Real Mallorca. And that was all the way back in October. It was when Antonio Rayo scored later on in that match, actually. But again, it just wasn't enough for Real Mallorca to bring home the 3 points. It's funny, actually, thinking about it, how Antonio Rayo scored the last time he played against this side, and he scored last week out for Real Mallorca. The question is, could he go on to get another goal here tonight? That is the question everyone is asking. Although he's a centre-back, he has been scoring quite a lot of goals for this side, as he is a very good, when it comes to aerial duels, when it comes to corners, he's up there. He's usually the best on this side when it comes to aerial duels and getting those type of shots, comparing there with Muriqi, who's also quite a dominant aerial winner. In that match, of course, Mallorca were looking like the dominant side, as they did have 61% possession with 11 shots and 5 on target, whereas Espanyol only have 39% possession, 8 shots with 3 on target. And if you do look at the screen, we were actually commentating this last time out on YouTube Play Red if you were tuned in. But if you do look at the screen, you can take a look at the highlights of that match that I just mentioned, that it was the last time out up against Espanyol. Mallorca playing away. Espanyol, of course, getting the win, winning 2-1. It was a shame. A poor performance from Real Madrid at that time. I do remember commentating this match, actually. I remember commentating it here on Play Red, and it just was an all-time poor performance from Real Madrid. The defense wasn't actually that bad that match, but it was just the offensive side that was missing. They had so many chances, I remember. And I mean, as I said, 61% possession with 11 shots. But again, it was just the offensive play that was missing in that match that they just couldn't manage to get it. Of course, Espanyol did manage to get 2 goals. You could be looking maybe at the defense there, but in my opinion, the defensive side was very good. Unfortunately, Dominic Greif let one in on that first goal. It was quite a poor effort from Dominic Greif because the ball went right at him at that second goal, but unfortunately, he just let it slip. But, of course, Dominic Greif, usually a very solid goalkeeper, usually a player who a goalkeeper who you can trust in. So, in my opinion, it was good defensive play, but offensively they were just missing so much, and that is something that Real Madrid have been struggling with this season, and it's offensive play. They have been getting better at it throughout the season, but it was just a few months out where they were really, really struggling to score goals. They'd scored about, I remember, 1 goal in about 6 matches. It was really poor offensive play. But they have been working on that. They have been getting better at that. And now look at the progress. Now look at the results. I mean, within the last 5 matches, Real Madrid have scored 7 goals out of the last 5 matches, which is a decent amount of number. It's not amazing offensive play, but it's a decent amount of number, a decent amount of average per goals per match. And it's really all they need to keep up this good form. And as I said, Espanyol, definitely not an offensive team, definitely not a goal-scoring team, as they only have 5 goals in the last 5 matches. But, however, we do not have to forget they do have one player. His name is Javi Boado, who's currently the maximum goal scorer this season for Espanyol in the LaLiga division. He has 8 goals to his name this season for Espanyol. So, definitely a goal-scoring and offensive threat, and he is starting here tonight in this matchup, so that is something you have to take into consideration. But recently, they've not been scoring a lot of goals. Javi Puello's not been stepping up as much as he usually does. But still, they've not been having too much of a bad results. They haven't lost any of their last 3 games. They've crawled out of the relegation zone. They've been in decent form, and so have Real Madrid. So both of these teams have been in decent form recently, and that is something that you have to take into consideration. Now we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be back very shortly, so do not go anywhere. We'll be back soon. Welcome back after that quick that we just had there. We're about 5 minutes away from kickoff. We just have the players getting ready, heading out to the tunnel now. And we're just so close to this kickoff, to this amazing matchup that we have. As you can see, the scenes from the dressing room, the players getting ready now to head up to the tunnel. Look at this Real Mallorca side looking focused, looking ready, and hopefully going out there to get the 3 points here tonight. And we have the man himself there, Velat Muriqi, who hopefully can go out to help his team get the victory here tonight. As I did mention, it's such an important match here for Real Mallorca. And I mean, every match that's left to go is so important for Real Mallorca. But of course, also, it's a very important match for Espanyol too. So, again, we have a very exciting matchup. Both teams heading up with quite a strong lineup. Of course, Espanyol have been dealing with quite a few amount of injuries this season. We do have to remember that, and of course, Real Mallorca are missing one or two players here tonight. Of course, they are missing Jose Copete, who did get sent off last time out, and they are also missing Robert Navarro, who's currently dealing with a muscle injury and who will be missing tonight. But of course, Espanyol have dealt with 4 injuries and 1 suspension. Recently they are missing 5 players for their lineup, so hopefully a big advantage here for this Real Mallorca side. Now, if you are looking at the screen, you can take a look at the Devils and the Demonis walking around the stadium of Estadi Son Moix, who, of course, they're trying to build an ambience. They're trying to, make it good. They were giving out, if you are at the stadium, they were giving out food. They were giving out burgers. They had even like a play zone for the children. So they're building up the ambience for this match to make it a very special one, as they do need everyone here to show their support in this matchup. It's such an important match for Real Mallorca. They need to keep on winning. They need to keep up the good streak. And they need a win as well. They've been getting quite a lot of draws. The last time they won was 3 matches ago. And up until then, it's been 1-1 draws. It's been so many draws here in this matchup. But if you are looking at the screen now, we have the players walking out of the tunnel here at the Estadi Son Moix. We're just a few minutes away from kickoff. And what match we have ahead of us. Now we can hear, we're going to listen to the ambience of the stadium here. Of course, if you are listening, you can hear the fans singing away. One ambience we have here tonight at the Estadi Son Moix. The fans are all singing and cheering along with their team. The whole stadium is screaming at Real Mallorca here tonight, and as you can see, the flags waving up and down non-stop for this exciting matchup. Of course, Real Mallorca are wearing the special kit and the special signs to show their support up against racism. If you do want to show your support, head over to Twitter and put the hashtag LaLiga versus racism to show your support in this foundation. And Real Mallorca is here to show their support and that they are part of the team to help everyone out. And there's no room for racism in this beautiful game that we love. So it's a beautiful message here from Real Mallorca this evening. Now both of these teams, both getting ready, talking to the referee here, Antonio Reyo, the Real Mallorca captain. Real Mallorca captain Antonio Reyo here talking to the referees, and of course the captain for Espanyol is Javi Puado. on the Espanyol side, who is, as I did mention earlier, also the maximum goal scorer for Espanyol this season. He's got 8 goals to his name. So both of these captains, very important for both of their sides. 2 very important players. Now Ramrek and Espanyol switching sides, actually. Maybe because it is quite sunny, maybe it's taking advantage of the goalkeeper. Now we are gonna do a minute of silence here. Sorry, there was a bit of a mix-up there. It looked like they were going to do a minute of silence, but there's a bit of a mix-up. They won't be doing a minute of silence here. They're going to be going right into kickoff. Now we're just a few seconds away from kickoff. And it is a sunny, sunny day here at Estadi Somos. It was pouring rain this morning all over Spain, but now the sun has cleared up and we have a beautiful kickoff here. And the referee's blowing his whistle and we are on the way. Both of these teams with strong lineups. We have Juan Garcia in the net at centre backs. We have Cabrera and Kumbula at left back. We have Romero, and at right back, El Chiali. Sitting at centre defensive mids, we have González and Exposito. And then for Espanyol, they have Juan Puad on the left. They have Jofre Carreras on the right. They have Kral, centre attacking mid. And up front, they have Fernandez. And that is the Espanyol lineup for this match.
Se te escapa. A ver, se está levantado. Cuidado, cuidado estas abridas, que vuelta al campo sin querer.
Now, this team is definitely... The match is kicked off here. It's been about 2 minutes now. Not much is happening yet. Ramrek is just passing the ball around. Not much has gone on. It's Mojica who tries playing it through the middle, loses the ball instantly, gives it back to Espanyol. Now Espanyol are going to try to make something work, but they lose it instantly again. Now here's Mojica on the left-hand side, tries playing it through. Johan Mojica gets the throw-in for his side. Now Johan Mojica to take the throw-in here. Playing the throw-in long, looking for someone in that box. They can't make it work. It's Espanyol who picks the ball back up. It has been given offside here. We do recognize this type of throw-in that Ramrek do take, that the long throw-in that they put in the box, as they did get a goal 2 weeks out last time for Ramrek, taking that type of throw-in. It was Pablo Maffeo who gave the throw-in, gave the assist to Dani Rodriguez last time out at Estadi Somos up against Las Palmas. Now here comes Ramrek creating a very good chance. It's Moriki who opens it up wide to that left-hand side. They try and putting in the cross, but it goes right into the hands of Juan Garcia. Takuma Sano, he just tried to get on the edge of it. Tried challenging the goalkeeper there, Takuma Sano, but Juan Garcia just leaps up and gets his hands on it before anyone else. It's a bit of a slow start from both of these sides so far in this matchup. As we do know, in the last 5 matchups between these two sides, Ramrek have actually only managed to win 1. And within the last 4 matches between these two matchups, Real Mallorca haven't won a single one. Espanyol have won 3, and one of them was a draw within the last 5 of these two matchups. Now here's Mojica on the left-hand side. Mojica tries playing it through, but again, gets the throw in for his team and can't make it work. As I did mention, Espanyol defensively a very strong side, and also a very strong side when it comes to playing away from home. Now Samu Costa looking to play it through, maybe into Muriqi, can't make it work, but again he is going to take the throw in. But Espanyol losing the ball, getting it instantly back. Real Mallorca can't seem to make it work for this side. Dani Rodriguez also starting tonight here for Real Mallorca on that left-hand side. He is also the player who has created the most big chances for Real Mallorca. He's created 7 big chances this season. Actually 8 now, for counting last week out. Now Samu Costa losing the ball there and giving the throw-in to Espanyol. Now Espanyol is going to take the throw-in for their side. But again, Exposito just looking for that long ball and giving it right to Dominic Grave. Now Real Mallorca are going to take it slowly. Espanyol not having as bad as a start as I would have thought that they would have had. Again, it's Mojica who tries playing it through down the left-hand side and loses it instantly. Now Joan Garcia with the ball. Now Cabrera trying to play a long ball. Looking for one of those Espanyol wingers here. He's just looking for Javi Boado there. Now Espanyol are going to take the throw in for their side. Now here comes Espanyol, maybe breaking here. Looking for Juan Boado constantly on that left-hand side so far here, Espanyol. But again, it's just a slow start from both of these sides. Both of them losing the ball constantly, can't seem to keep hold of it. None of these chances working. It's a decent effort there from Espanyol, but just can't make it work. It's just Pablo Maffeo who gets the block on. Again, Pablo Maffeo, what form, what player that he's been this season for Real Mallorca. A player that's really difficult to beat, especially in these 1v1 situations. He is good at that. And he has shown it this season that he has been decent at these 1v1 situations. And he definitely knows how to deal with big players of quality. Now here's Antonio Raillo. He's going to play it into Maffeo. He's playing it back to Raillo. It's definitely a slow start here from both of these sides. Now here's Mojica on the left-hand side. He's going to play it through the middle. Samu Costa coming up to help. It's good work here from Samu Costa. Now a lovely ball, looking for Pablo Maffeo there, but giving it back to Espanyol. Now here's Juan Pablo down that left-hand side. Can Juan Pablo make it work? Taking on Takumasano, beating his man 1v1. He gets taken down. The referee says no foul. The play will continue here. One player that's also missing in this lineup here tonight for Espanyol is, of course, Álvaro Tejero. who has picked up an injury. He is also an important player for Espanyol. He has 4 assists this season. Taking a look there at Juan Puado, it's just Taco Massano. He just takes him down, seems maybe to step on him, but the referee says no play, and they let the continue play into the front here. Now Espanyol are going to take the throw in for their side. Could be dangerous here for Espanyol, playing the ball into the box and taking the shots off. Luckily for Real Mallorca, the shot just goes wide over the crossbar. And it could have been very dangerous there. It was Exposito, the number 8 for Espanyol, who got the rebound in the box. Takes it with his left and it just goes over that crossbar. And Real Mallorca are lucky not to be trailing behind here now at the Estadi Somos. It could have been very dangerous. And what a chance that was there for Espanyol. Probably the first big chance in this match so far. Espanyol took the throw-in and the rebound fell right to Exposito. He just takes it with his left foot and puts it over that crossbar. Now Dominic Greif is going to play it wide, maybe looking for Takuma Sano, who brings it down, does well for his team. Now Samu Costa. Here's Manu Morlanes with the ball, helping out in that deep position. Samu Costa into Martin Valje. Martin Valje taking it up on his own. Tries playing it back into Pablo Maffeo, but Real Mallorca get the throw, and it's Martin Valje who just decided to take the ball up on his own down that right-hand side. Martin Valje, as we have seen before, is not shy of going up. He's a centre-back that does like a bit of offensive play. Now Real Mallorca trying to bring it down in the box here. It's Manu Morales who's holding on the ball to Maffeo. He puts in the cross in the box. And it was a very, very decent header here from Real Mallorca. It was Danny Rodriguez who got his head on it, but again, Joan Garcia making the save. Just wasn't enough power on that head, but it was very well placed. Again, just not enough power on it. Now Vedat Muriqui gets taken down here by Espanyol, but again, referee says no foul. Now the referee looks like he's going to have a word with someone on the bench here from this Real Mallorca side. He's just going to have a word with Jacob Arrasate, the Real Mallorca manager here. Maybe telling him to calm down a bit. Taking a look at the foul here. It does look like he grabs Muriqui just right by the neck and pulls him down. Not quite sure how. That was not given. Looking at the header from Danny Rodriguez here. It is a lovely header, but the goalkeeper, Joan Garcia, he was just well positioned. He was prepared to make that save. And what a goalkeeper he is, Joan Garcia, in this LaLiga division. Now what a ball this is here into Samu Costa. He's going to take it down that left-hand side. Puts in the cross, looking for Muriqui, and it just goes out here. What a ball that was in. It's Takuma Sano who just misses it. And what a ball that was there from Samu Costa. And it was a lovely play here. Samu Costa just taking it down the left-hand side. It's Takuma Sano who just looks for the ball, strikes it with his left, and it just goes wide. I thought the ball at first was going to Muriqui, but then I could see the ball, and it just went to Takuma Sano, and it just goes wide off of that left-hand post. And what a chance that was there for Real Mallorca, and what play from Samu Costa to take it down that left-hand side. And now both of these teams have had 2 big chances so far. And both of these teams narrowly missing the target by the slightest bit. Now, here come Espanyol. Can they make anything work? No, they lose the ball instantly, giving it back to Real Mallorca. Now we're about 13 minutes in this match so far, and both teams with quite a big chance. Now what a chance that was. And Espanyol, they look like they seem to be giving quite a bit of space to play through down the middle, and it's Samu Costa and Manu Morlanes who just make the most and fill in those wide positions and just let Real Mallorca maybe play a bit loosely through the middle. Now here comes Pablo Afeo down the right hand side. Cuts back, plays it into Manu Morlanes. Now here's Real Mallorca down that right hand side. They seem to be holding the ball quite well. Trying to put in the cross, but it's a poor cross here from Real Mallorca. Now Espanyol. Can they break on the counter attack? Gets taken down. It is going to be a foul, a free kick here for Espanyol. Samu Costa not happy with the referee, claiming he got the ball there. Taking a look. It does look like a foul to me, to be honest. Just taking a look at the cross there at the replay from that Dani Rodriguez chance, and what a chance that was. Such a good header from Dani Rodriguez, but Joan Garcia, goalkeeper, knows how to make a save or two. What a chance that was there for Takuma Sano. Just looking at the replay again, it was just such a good chance. Such a shame not to put in the back of the net. Now here's Real Mallorca with the ball playing through the middle. It's Manu Morlanes who's pushing up, tries playing it through into Muriqui, looking for him but couldn't find him. And then Dani Rodriguez takes the shot off and gets the corner here for Real Mallorca. Again, they were just looking for him there. They couldn't seem to find him. It's Manu Morlanes who plays a lovely ball into Takuma, who tries looking for Muriqui. Just Takuma Sano just plays that pass a bit too forward, and it goes past Muriqui into Dani Rodriguez, who does get the corner here for Real Mallorca. Now can Antonio Rayo maybe get his head on it like last week out, get a goal from the corner, just like he did last week out. There he is, Antonio Rayo, who'll be looking for that header up against Espanyol here, just like he did up against Atletico Bilbao. Now putting in the cross, Espanyol clearing it. It's Manu Morlanes who takes the shot. And it goes right into the hands of Joan Garcia. He's going to play it quickly down that left-hand side. They just seem to be looking for Juan Boado, but every time they look for him, they just give the goalkeeper. They give it back to Dominic Grave. Espanyol just can't seem to make anything work here. And Real Mallorca definitely looking like the better side so far. But when it comes to big chances, both of these teams have had one big decent chance. Do have to say that. Now Real Mallorca maybe trying to play through the middle. It's Sergi Darder into Asano, who can't make it work. Espanyol gets the block off, and now they're going to break on the counter-attack down that right-hand side. It's Carreras who gives it back into the middle. Now here's Gral, who's going to play it out to Carreras. Now Espanyol slowing the play down here. Espanyol just playing it back now, deciding they're going to restart the play, take it slowly maybe. And as I did mention, offensively, Espanyol aren't the strongest side. It's not their best side. Now Espanyol again, it's a poor pass here from Espanyol. They give it right back to Real Mallorca. And it's Dominic Grave who's just maybe looking for Muriqui there. But again, now Real Mallorca, the ball with Samu Costa, who's going to play it out wide into Sergi Darder, who's going to play it back. Now Real Mallorca, can they make anything work from this chance? It's Manu Morlanes who plays it out to Samu Costa. Now Real Mallorca looking for a way into that Espanyol defensive side. Now here comes Real Mallorca trying to take the shot on again. It's a poor effort there from Real Mallorca. Sergio Derreder, who's on the ground here. He just gets clipped there by Kral, it looks like. He just steps on his foot. Hopefully he is okay. But Real Mallorca did manage to get the corner from that effort. It's been a bit of a quiet match so far. Not been too much excitement yet. We're about 19 minutes into this match so far. None of these sides really stepping up. Now Dani Rodriguez is going to take the corner for his side. Putting it in. But again, it's Vela Muriqui just heads it over. It's a poor header here from Vela Muriqui. It's going to be a goal kick here for Espanyol and for Joan Garcia, the Espanyol goalkeeper. Now Espanyol dealing quite well with this Real Mallorca pressure. They get the goal kick again. It was Muriqui who was just putting on the pressure on Kumbuya. Kumbuya does well to get the goal kick there. Now Joan Garcia is going to play it up and forwards looking for Carreras. But Real Mallorca breaking it through. Now it's Juan Puado down that left-hand side. Trying to make it work as Manu Morales who saves the ball. But Carlos Romero does pick up the rebound for Espanyol. Ends up losing the ball. Real Mallorca trying to get that ball back, but Espanyol doing well to hold it so far. Just wondering if Real Mallorca could maybe walk away with the 3 points here. If they did manage to do that, they would end the season with 40 points. Now, here's Dani Rodriguez who gets the ball back. It just was a battle between El Hilali and Samu Costa. So Johan Mojica is going to take the throw-in for Real Mallorca. Looks like he's going to throw it into that Espanyol penalty area. Now Mojica taking the throw-in, looking for Muriqui maybe. But Espanyol clearing it. Real Mallorca get the throw-in again now. Now here's Mojica. Plays it into Dani Rodriguez, who takes it down that left-hand side, maybe looking for a solution. It's going to be another throw-in for Real Mallorca. Mojica, who is going to take the throw-in again for Real Mallorca. Now Mojica takes the throw-in, trying to get it into Muriqui. The ball bounces and it falls right into the hands of Joan Garcia. Joan Garcia now just telling his team to calm it down, to slow it down. Now here's Joan. Here's Espanyol doing well to get out of that pressure. Just looking for Carreras there. It's Dante Rayo who plays it back. Now El Hilali who plays it back into Cabrera. Cabrera's going to play it into Carlos Romero. Now Javi Poado playing it through the middle. Scampo, he tries taking it through the middle. But Real Mallorca does very well to recover it. And again, it's just been poor offensive play so far from Espanyol. But again, not the strongest offensive play from Real Mallorca. I think both of these sides have been a bit poor, maybe offensively so far in this matchup. And again, Espanyol just holding the possession. They have been holding it quite often within these last 10 minutes in this matchup. They are starting to gain the possession back maybe a little bit in this matchup. Now it's Mojica. He tries taking it back. Tries taking it through Yufre. He can't make it work. Now Real Mallorca trying to play the ball into Muriqi, but so far they're not making much work in this side. But hopefully, Muriqi has just been quiet in this match. He's not had many chances so far. Every through ball into him hasn't worked yet. Real Mallorca looking for an offensive solution in this match. They haven't seemed to find it yet. But Takuma Sano is looking dangerous on that right-hand side so far. Probably looking the strongest. Dani Rodriguez also looking very strong for Real Mallorca. So hopefully they can make the most of that. Now it's Javi Poado down that left-hand side, who does well to try and dribble past Maffeo. But Takuma Sano now taking it all the way down his right-hand side. Takuma Sano loses it, but gets the throw-in for Real Mallorca. And Pablo Maffeo did so well to defend Javi Poado there. And again, as I did mention, Pablo Maffeo is just so good when it comes to those defending wingers 1v1s. It's definitely his best situation, his best position, the thing that's best about him. And that's what he does. That is what Pablo Maffeo does. He's just so good at those 1v1s. It doesn't matter the player. He will take them on, try and defend them. Now here comes Real Mallorca trying to take it down the right-hand side again. Maybe just looking for Takuma Sano. It's Martin Valgent who gets fouled. He gets taken down. It is going to be a free kick here for Real Mallorca. Taking a look at the replayers. Martin Valgent, who again decides to take the ball up himself offensively down that right-hand side, which is the second time he has done that this match. Now Sergi Derder is going to put the free kick, maybe looking for that second post. He puts it in, but the rebound falls right to the Real Mallorca defender there, Antonio Rayo. The rebound just fell right to him. He takes the shot with his right, tries curling it into that top corner, just sends it flying. It could have been another goal here for Antonio Rayo, back to back after last week, but he couldn't make it work. Again, Antonio Rayo, he is a centre back, but he's just constantly looking for the goal. He is being a bit of a goal threat recently, despite being a centre back. Now 20 minutes in to this match. And so far, both of these teams scoreless in this match.
Con balón y sobre todo recuperando rápidamente, activándose muy rápido cada vez que pierde el control de Yago Barrasate.
Sí, Mallorca lleva iniciativa desde el primer minuto.
Now here comes Johan Mojica down the left-hand side, plays a lovely ball into Sergi Darder. Now Dani Rodriguez putting on the pressure, getting the corner, I think, for his team here. It was a lovely play there from Mojica into Darder. Taking a look at the replay here. It's just Darder who tries playing it into Takuma Sano. What ball that was there from Sergi Darder. Dani Rodriguez, the rebound just fell to his feet. Now it is going to be a throw-in for Espanyol. It did actually touch Dani Rodriguez maybe on the way out. I did think it was a throw-in for Ramaica, but now Espanyol taking the throw-in and instantly gaining a goal kick for their side. And again, I just think it's exactly what I said in the pre-match. Just Espanyol making the most of their defensive side, the side that they're stronger at. And you just don't see them creating much offensive play. But when it comes to the defending side, they're just so strong, so hard to get a goal against. Now here's Espanyol taking on the offensive play. Maybe they can create something for that here. But again, Espanyol just not creating much of a dangerous threat offensively. Eduard Exposito trying to play the long ball. Samu Costa gets the ball back, but it's a poor pass from Samu Costa. Gives it to Espanyol. Now here comes Espanyol down the left-hand side. And it's Maffeo who cuts out that pass. And again, Pablo Maffeo's just been so spectacular recently. Defensively, he's been so strong. Now Espanyol losing the ball, but gaining it back on the edge of the box here. But again, Espanyol just losing the ball. They seem to, every time they get close when they arrive, they just lose the ball instantly. They can't make it work. Now Moriki is going to play back into Mojica. Mojica gets the throw in here for Real Mallorca. It was just Gral, the number 20, who's putting on the pressure on Mojica. And again, as I mentioned, Espanyol not looking too dangerous so far. Real Mallorca, I could say, sitting quite comfortably in the defensive side. They just need to maybe get that bit more pressure on when it comes to the offensive, as they have had one or two very good chances. Just can't manage to put them away. Now, Espanyol losing the ball instantly here, trying to play the through ball into Sergi Darder, but again, the ball was just too long. They give us a goal kick to Espanyol. Just trying to play the long ball into Sergi Darder, but it's a poor pass there from Manu Morlanes. The ball just goes too long, and they get it right back. Now Joan Garcia is going to take the goal kick here for Espanyol. Again, Espanyol not exactly playing bad, but when it comes to quality, I definitely think that this Mallorca side looks better when it comes to quality from these players. Now Espanyol to take the free kick here, just in the half of the Real Mallorca side. But when it comes to efficiency, Espanyol are ranked the second highest club when it comes to efficiency in the whole teams of the La Liga division. Sitting first is Barcelona, and sitting just behind them is Espanyol. So that's also another stat to keep into consideration. Despite the bad offensive play, when it comes to getting the chances and putting them away, they are the second highest. So if Espanyol just get 1 or 2 chances, it could be dangerous for Real Mallorca, looking at that stat. Now Kral looking for a long ball. And Real Mallorca give the ball right back to Espanyol. And it's Roberto who tried playing it wide and gives the throw in right back to Real Mallorca. He was just looking for Jofre there. It's Jofre Carreras he was looking for, but the pass just falls behind him and Real Mallorca get the throw in. Now it's Mojica to take it. Mojica taking the throw in. Now Real Mallorca are going to switch the play all the way out to Pablo Maffeo. And here's Manu Morlanes. Going to play into Rayo. And here's Rayo playing it through down the middle. Now Real Mallorca get the free kick here. It's just Dani Rodriguez who got taken down. And it's Dani Rodriguez who plays a lovely little nutmeg there into Gonzalez. What a nutmeg that is there from Dani Rodriguez, but he gets taken down in the progress. Now Real Mallorca get the free kick here. Now Sergi Darder is going to put in the set piece. Sergi Darder trying to put in the cross into that second post again. It's a poor cross from Sergi Darder and a waste of a set piece kick. And it is going to be a goal kick here for Espanyol. It looks like it was a prepared set piece, one that they had been training for, one that they have practiced. But again, it's just a poor delivery and it just goes right out to be a goal kick here for Juan Garcia now. 36 minutes in here. We have about 10 minutes left before the end of this first half. Both sides goalless so far in this matchup. Now Espanyol trying to play it down, maybe looking for Carreras on that right-hand side. And every time Espanyol try and look for Carreras just on that right-hand side, they can't seem to get the ball to him. Now here's Kral. Now Kral's going to take it through the middle. He switches it all the way out to that left-hand side into Puado. Now Espanyol again losing the ball. And the ball's just flying all over the place. The rebound is going all over the place, but it's Espanyol who picks it up in the end. On that left-hand side. Playing it into Romero. Romero's going to play it back. Trying to put into cross into the second post. The ball's cleared. It's Dani Rodriguez who picks up the rebound. He's taking it all the way down that left-hand side. He does get taken down. But it is going to be a free kick for Espanyol instead of for Real Mallorca. I thought it was a foul for Dani Rodriguez, but It's the other way around. Dani Rodriguez has given the foul.
Vale, entiendo al ver que ya estás en cámara. Sí. Baja un poquito. Ahí está, esa es la medida. ¿Vale? Para el aire de arriba, porque si no con el recorte.
Not quite sure what I think on that one. Don't think it's a bad call from the referee. It was a complicated call there. Not quite sure if it was a foul on Dani or if he committed the foul. But either way, now here's Pablo Maffeo. He's going to play it through the middle into Samu Costa. It's Martin Valiant. Now here's Samu Costa into Maffeo. Now Ramek not rushing the ball so far. It's Antonio Rayo with the ball here. Ramek is slowly building up the play. Sergi Derder, who tries playing out to that right-hand side. It rebounds off of an Espanyol player. And it is going to be a corner here for Real Mallorca. 39 minutes in now. And Real Mallorca have gotten a corner for their side. Dani Rodriguez is going to take the corner here for Real Mallorca. Of course, the last goal Real Mallorca did score was a corner. Trying to look for that first post. It is cleared here by Espanyol. Now Dani Rodriguez takes the front quickly into Muriqi. Muriqi holding the ball, doing well to shield it. He turns around, takes the ball in, gets taken down here. Velat Muriqi gets taken down. He claims a penalty, but it's not given. Jose Carreras tries breaking on the counter-attack, but his touch is just too heavy. Dominic Greif comes out to clear it. Now, of course, we will take a look at the replay here. The referee is checking it, taking a look at the replays. Muriqi does very well. Does look like a foul to me, but it looks like it could just be outside the box. The referee has not given a penalty. It's not going to be a VAR. And it has not been given. Espanyol are going to take the throw in. Now Espanyol are going to play it all the way back. Now here comes Espanyol trying to break forward, but again, Espanyol just losing the ball. And again, they just can't seem to make anything work offensively. Now here comes Ramek, Johan Mojica down that left-hand side, tries playing it through the middle into Muriqi. So Muriqi is going to play it out wide into Maffeo. Now Maffeo tries putting in the cross, gets into Muriqi, falls to Mojica down the left-hand side. Mojica plays it through into Rodriguez, who takes the shot off, but the shot is blocked here by Espanyol. Samu Costa gets the ball back, but the ball goes all the way to the hands of Joan Garcia, the Espanyol goalkeeper. And now we just have about 2 minutes and a half left to go before the end of the first half. And again, wondering how many minutes of extra time will be added on. Don't think it'll be much. Now taking a look at the replay there from that possible penalty from Velat Muriqi. I mean, it doesn't look like there's much on it to me, but I've definitely seen worse penalties being given, you know, in general. Now here comes Ramelka taking the shot on, but again, it's just a poor shot here from Takuma Sano on the edge of the box. Just tries curling it in that top left corner of his left foot. Just sends it wide. It's a poor shot here. Now Joan Garcia to take the goal kick for his team. Now Real Mallorca managed to bring the ball down to Muriqi with lovely skill here from Muriqi to get the ball away. There's Maffeo. And again, Espanyol looks like the goal just is to slow the play down here maybe in this match. And of course, a 0-0 draw would be good for Espanyol. But again, it wouldn't be a good result for Ramelka. They don't need another draw. Now here's Mojica down the left-hand side, tries taking his man on, loses it. And he does foul him. A tactical foul, you could say, there from... And the referee has blown his halftime whistle in this match now. That is the end of the first half. Both of these teams goalless so far, 0-0 here in this match. And it's been quite a quiet match so far, I would say, especially from Espanyol. But in general, from both sides, definitely a bit of a quiet match. Ramelka definitely have more of the rhythm in this match so far. But again, it's just Espanyol just holding back, playing very defensive as they are. That is what they are good at. Defensively, Espanyol, a very, very strong side. And as we can see so far in this first half, you know, just watching the match, you can see that defensively they're a very strong side. And I believe that's going to be their goal for the rest of this match. Maybe just hold back and maybe keep the draw, as that would be a good result for Espanyol. But Real Mallorca, definitely looking like the better side so far, especially offensively. They are pushing a lot more. They are trying to go for the goal, but they just need that bit more, maybe just that bit more courage to go for the goal. Maybe get their shots a bit more on target, because they have created one or two very good chances. That, you know, they've had a total of 8 shots, Real Mallorca, in this half, only 1 on target. Again, if Real Mallorca just get a bit more stronger offensively, then they definitely can get this win. Now, we are going to go on a quick break, and we'll be back very soon to talk about more about this match and to look forward to the second half. And we'll be back very soon.
Pues ya estamos aquí de nuevo después de una primera parte donde ha habido un intercambio de balones, donde los dos equipos han tenido
Ando, yo la puedo decir a esta tía que se quite.
en el marcador con el momento recientemente Mallorca 0, Espanyol 0, todo por definir en una segunda parte donde ambos han pillado fuerza y están
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After that quick break that we had there, Real Mallorca and Espanyol currently 0-0 in this match now. We're just a few minutes away from the start of the second half. We have the players coming out of the tunnel now, so do not go anywhere because we have a very exciting second half ahead to come up, and a very big second half ahead to come up with, especially for Real Mallorca. Is going to be a really important second half, as in this first half they just couldn't manage to get that goal that they needed. They couldn't manage to get out there and get that killer instant, so the second half is going to be so important for Real Mallorca here this evening, and that is, the sun is just starting to go down here at this evening, and things are starting to get serious, intense here at this stadium. Espanyol looking very, very defensive so far in this match, whereas Real Mallorca definitely looking a bit more offensive, definitely pressing a lot more. Espanyol just sitting back and holding back, and they're doing well at doing that. And as we do know, they have a very good away record recently. In recent form, they haven't struggled away, and defensively, they're a really strong team to get a goal against. So Real Mallorca are really going to have to step it up in the second half if they want to get a goal. Now the referee is blowing his whistle, and we are on the way. The second half is now undergo. And again, as I mentioned, this is going to be such an important second half for both sides, and especially for Real Mallorca. And of course, these offensive players are really going to need to step up in this Real Mallorca side. If they want to get a look for a goal here, they're going to maybe want to look a bit more for Takuma Asano, maybe look a bit more for Velan Muriqui. And Dani Rodriguez has had one or two chances, but again, just couldn't make anything work. Now, here comes Real Mallorca down that left-hand side, trying to put in the cross, but it's blocked here by Espanyol. And Real Mallorca are awarded the throw-in. And a very big second half here to come up, a very important one. Now Mojica was just looking for someone in that throw and putting in the box. Couldn't find anyone. It's Espanyol who's breaking on the counterattack here. But the referee's blown his whistle as Manu Morales is on the ground. And he seems just like he got elbowed, maybe in the face there. Looks like it was Kral who just went up with the elbow and hit him on the head. And the free kick has been awarded for Manu Morlanes. And it could have been dangerous. Espanyol were breaking on the counter-attack there. It's good news for Real Mallorca that that free kick was awarded. Now Sergi Darder. It's Mojica who's going to put in the cross into that second post, but again, it's another set piece gone to waste because the cross has gone right into the hands of Joan Garcia. Now Espanyol breaking down that left-hand side. Samu Costa who cuts out the pass. Again, not much coming from that. Now again, Morlanes doing very well to beat his man. Gives the ball through into Dani Rodriguez, who gets taken down. It is going to be a free kick here for Real Mallorca. Again, another set-piece chance. Now, this definitely has to be a better delivery than the last two, as they just keep on giving the ball to the goalkeeper. He just hits Dani Rodriguez there with his elbow there. Urco. And he did hurt himself also in the progress, it looks like. But hopefully he will be okay. Now Dani Rodriguez is going to put in the cross into that second post. And again, right into the hands of Joan Garcia. And what a keeper Joan Garcia is, of course, although it was just, again, another poor delivery, another set piece wasted from Real Mallorca. Now, how many set pieces can they waste in a row? They have to make the most of these chances as they have so many good aerial players. Now Espanyol. Damián en largo, which couldn't make it work. Espanyol doing well here. Holding on to that ball, Espanyol now restarting from the back. Just looking for Roberto up front there. Martin Valgen there to cut out the pass. And the Espanyol are going to be taking a corner here for their side. Now Espanyol taking their time to take the corner. And as I did mention, Espanyol, I just think they're going to slow the match down, take their time, play defensively. As I think a point would be a good result for them either way. But again, a point is definitely not a good result for Real Mallorca. Now Espanyol taking the corner, looking for that first post, but the ball goes flying up into the hands of Dominic Grave. And it was Muriqui who did well to get the clearance there for Real Mallorca. Now Mojica trying to get past his man. He ends up fouling him and taking him down. Mojica gives away a poor free kick for Espanyol there. It's a poor giveaway, a poor free kick to give there from Mojica. Now, can Espanyol make the most from this set-piece kick? On that right-hand side, looking for the second post. Maffeo with a poor clearance. Espanyol picking it back up and getting a corner here for their side. It was Urco there who did get the corner for Espanyol. It was Pablo Maffeo with a poor clearance after that set-piece kick. But then he does well to block the second cross that he did give away. But it is a corner here now for Real Mallorca. Espanyol taking it quickly, crossing it into that second post. And I believe it's an own goal here from Real Mallorca. I think it was Muriqui that put it in the back of his own net. And what has just happened there, I can't even begin to process exactly what's just happened within that play. It just looks like it was a cross into that second post. Muriqui tries to clear it, but instead of clearing it, he puts it in the back of his own net somehow. I just got to take a look at the replay here. They take the corner quickly, put the cross into that second post. Stromero puts the cross into the second post. Muriqui tries clearing it, but instead pushes it on into the back of his net. And you just have to question, how has that happened? And I mean, it's just so unlucky for Muriqi there for the ball to fall into the back of his own net. And now Real Mallorca really do have a disaster. If they want to get back into this one, they need to start pushing now. Because as I mentioned, Espanyol, when they get the lead, they're a hard team to beat when they have the lead. And they play good away from home defensively. So it's not going to be easy. Takuma Sano trying to put in the cross. The cross is blocked, but they do get the corner now. Now, Rama got to take the throw in. Maffeo puts the throw in, looking for someone. But again, just right into the hands of Joan Garcia. Who hasn't been struggling this match. Joan Garcia has not really been tested too much. But mind you, neither has Dominic Grave. I would argue that none of these two goalkeepers have been tested at all, really. And that just sums up the match that we have here so far. I'm getting words here from a correspondent that just the Real Mallorca players on the bench just were not expecting that goal to happen, and now they're just, it was almost like it shook them because Espanyol were nowhere near creating any type of danger for Real Mallorca. Then they get that goal. It's just a bit of a heartbreaker. Now Sergi looking for the cross here, putting it in into that second post, and nobody can seem to get on the edge of it. And there's a good ball there from Sergi Darder. But again, there's just no one there to finish it off. It's a problem that Real Mallorca seem to be having quite often now. Taking a look at the replay there from that Muriqi on goal. And it's just so unlucky, but he just jumps too late maybe for the head, or too early actually. And you just can't, if you can't head it towards your own net like that. Because you know if you head it towards your own net like that, it could be too dangerous. Now here's Real Mallorca. Takuma Sano trying to play in through. Can't make the pass work. Now here's Maffeo. Maffeo doing well to hold the ball there. He plays it back to Samu Costa. Samu Costa, looks like Real Mallorca are going to switch it over to the left-hand side. Now Martin Balgent back to the right. Samu Costa playing it back to the left. Real Mallorca just slowly looking for a way through. Now Mojica gets taken down here. Referee has given the free kick. Mojica holding his head. Hopefully he's okay. Just looks quite hurt there. It's El Hiali who just bumps into Mojica. But it didn't look intentional anyway. Now Real Mallorca take the free kick. Playing it short. It's Takuma Sano, he just gets the foul in the middle of the pitch here. They take the free kick quickly. Now it's Maffeo. Maffeo into Samu Costa. Plays it out to Valgent. He plays it out to Mojica. Now Mojica trying to take the long shot. Gets blocked here. Mojica trying to put into cross into that second post. Espanyol doing well to clear it. Muriqui does well to bring it down, but the referee gives the foul to Espanyol here. And it is going to be a free kick for Espanyol. Just looks like it's Martin Valgent. Hits him with the elbow in the back of the head. Just hits Roberto there. Hopefully he will be okay. Now Real Mallorca sending some players maybe to warm up. We have Abdon Prats, Kai Larin, Antonio Sanchez, sorry, also warming up. So quite a few players warming up maybe here for Real Mallorca. Maybe time to make some changes in this match, as it's been a poor second half from Real Mallorca so far. It's not looked too dangerous. Now Real Mallorca will definitely need to step it up in the second half. It's Pablo Maffeo who plays it through into Takuma Sano. Tries putting in the cross. Nobody can get on the edge of it. Mojica tries picking up the rebound. And it is a penalty here for Real Mallorca. And what a chance this is here for Real Mallorca to get back in the game. El Hilali picks up the yellow card here. Now, of course, it will be checked, but it looks like a clear penalty. And I'm not quite sure why El Hilali would go in and make a challenge like that when his team is leading. Taking a look at the replay. Yes, it doesn't look like there's any doubt to me. There's no doubt to me in my mind that that's definitely a penalty. And I mean, how reckless is that from El Hilali to make a challenge like that when you're leading 1-0 away from home? And it's a poor challenge. The original pass was trying to go into Muriqui. Muriqui just couldn't get on the edge of it, and Johan Mojica runs in to get the rebound and gets the penalty. He does very well, Johan Mojica, to get there on time. And again, just so reckless from El Hilali to give away the penalty like that and pick up the yellow card. Looks like it's Muriqui that's going to take the penalty for Real Mallorca here. And what a moment this is here for Real Mallorca to get back into this match. He needs to score this if they want to get back into it. Real Mallorca to draw the game. Velat Muriqui to draw the game. The Pirate himself stepping up to take the penalty. Can he do it? How's your bottle? Now Muriqui taking the shot, and Joan Garcia makes the save for Espanyol. And wow, how has Joan Garcia saved that? Velat Muriqui. So unlucky. Not usually a player who misses penalties, and I mean, taking a look at the penalty, it's a poor shot. He just doesn't put enough power. He doesn't put it enough in the bottom corner. And just what a poor penalty that is there from Velat Muriqui. And what a chance that was for Real Mallorca to get back into the game. And Joan Garcia, I do have to say, what a match this goalkeeper is having so far. Now Real Mallorca are going to take the corner, trying to get it into that first post. They can't make it work. Now Espanyol breaking on the counter-attack. Now here's Kral opening it up on that right-hand side. It's Carreras trying to take on Mojica. Mojica doing well to defend it. Carreras claiming a penalty. The referee will be checking for a potential penalty now for Espanyol. Mojica challenging Carreras. Taking a look at the replay. There's definitely contact, but it doesn't look like there's enough on that for me to give a penalty. And I mean, shoulder, he goes shoulder with shoulder onto him. It definitely doesn't look like a penalty, and the penalty has not been awarded, and I'm not surprised. Definitely didn't look like a penalty in the slightest to me, as his shoulder does connect with Carrera's shoulder. Now Mallorca, the match is slipping out of their hands. Now Muriqui trying to chase the ball down, but the Espanyol defender's faster than him. Now here come Mallorca trying to put the cross in, and what a shot that is there! And Real Mallorca have equalized after missing the penalty. It's Takuma Sano who gets the equalizer here for Real Mallorca. And what a goal that is, and what a shot! I mean, the cross was absolutely excellent there from Real Mallorca to play Takuma Sano through. Joan Garcia stretches his body. It's Sergi Darder who gets the cross in there. And what a ball that is there from Sergi Darder. Just playing it right in through to Takuma Sano. And Real Mallorca equalized the match here. Taking a look at the replay here. Have a look. Of course we'll have a look. It's Sergi Darder. He just puts the ball in, finds him perfectly. Takuma Sano making the run in. What a pass that is there, and what a header that is there. Taking a look at the replay, actually, the ball actually falls kind of right to Joan Garcia. But again, Joan Garcia gets a touch on it. But the ball is just, it's going so low and so fast, and it's so close to him that you just can't get enough on it. But thinking about it, he probably should have made the save. But again, now here's Takuma Sano equalizing the match. Just about in the 66th minute, and now Real Mallorca are 1-1, and they will be going for the second here. It's Mojica on the left-hand side. Now Mojica doing a bit too much maybe with his feet and losing the ball. Now Somos is absolutely buzzing. The stadium is going wild in here. 25 minutes left in this match. Not 25, maybe about 24, 23. And now Real Mallorca, now Estadi Somos is all of a sudden living it up. Now putting in the cross into Muriqui, looking for him. And he did get his head on it. And again, it was Sergi Darder who delivers it into Muriqui. Muriqui gets the header off, but he tries laying it off to someone to pass it to someone. We're not quite sure if it was a shot. But either way, it was a lovely effort there from Muriqui. Now, Espanyol are going to be making their first substitute of the match. Exposito coming off here for Cadero for Espanyol. Exposito looks like he was just having a bit of physical problems there with himself, so he's going to be placed for Cadero here. Now Cadero coming on for Espanyol. Hopefully Exposito is okay. Hopefully he does recover quickly. Now Calero coming on here. The number 5 for Espanyol.
refrescame cuáles son los jugadores que están calentando por parte del Mallorca.
Valeri, Omar Mazael, Larin, Adón Prats y Antonio Sánchez.
Pues mira, ataca el Mallorca.
Now Larry, Abdon Prats, and Antonio Sanchez all warming up. And what a header that is there! And what a chance that was there for Takuma Sano to get his second goal of the match. And this match all of a sudden is alive, and Real Mallorca are constantly pressing. And what cross that was there from Pablo Maffeo. Takuma Sano had all the time in the world, but he was just a bit too forward maybe. Taking a look at the replay, that penalty from Muriqui. It's a lovely save there from Joan Garcia, and it actually does look like a decent penalty, but again, there's enough power on it, but he just doesn't put it wide enough. Now, Real Mallorca to take the throw in. And so many players warming up here for Real Mallorca. Of course, they've still got some big players to come on this match. Now, both teams battling for that ball. It's Mojica who ends up picking it up. He's taking it down that left-hand side. Now Muriqui tries taking the shot off. It's a poor shot there from Muriqui. It goes right into the hands of Joan Garcia. You do have to feel bad for Muriqui for the match that he is having. One penalty missed, one own goal scored. You think it couldn't get any worse for Muriqui in this match. Now here come Espanyol on the break, free, taking the shots, and it just goes out. And what chance that was there for Javi Puado. He was free on goal. 1-on-1. He takes the shot and it just goes wide. But of course, there was a Real Mallorca player closing him down slowly, so he was forced to take the shot quickly. But what a chance that was there for Javi Puado. It's Pablo Maffeo who gets there on time just to give him a little nudge. But how has he missed that? Just gone wide. Now here's Mallorca. And the referee has given a penalty for Real Mallorca. And they are claiming, Real Mallorca claimed there was a handball in the box. Now we will have to take a replay at that. Javi Puado, the captain, talking to the referee. And I couldn't quite see it from here. I'm going to take a look at the replay here. It's Sergio there that gets the header off. Muriqui puts his foot in to challenge the player. And taking a look as Muriqui challenges him. And it just bounces off the hand off of Kumbuya. And it's not intentional, but it is a handball. But I do not know if it will be given or not, because it's quite tricky, as you could argue that Muriqui shoved him. And you could argue that his hands were in a natural position. So I'm not quite sure if they will give the penalty or not for Real Mallorca. Referee's taking his time. VAR is checking it, of course, behind the scenes. And this could be massive for Real Mallorca if it is given. Taking a look, it was Derder. Muriqui kicks the ball and it goes into his hand. For me, it is a handball because he does stop the ball from going upwards with his hand. So the referee will be checking this on VAR. Now the referee's gone over to the VAR and he will be checking this himself. For me, it's a definite handball, but I'm not quite sure if it will be given or not. But again, it just depends if the referee thinks his hand's in an unnatural position or not. The referee is taking his time to check this. Because it does bounce off of his body first. Now the referee's taking his time to make this decision. The referee has decided that it's not a penalty. The penalty has not been given here for Real Mallorca. Now I'm not quite sure. As we all know nowadays, handball is such a controversial topic, as some people think. It depends on how your hands in certain position and all these type of things, but in my opinion, that definitely should have been a penalty. Now Abdon Prats is going to be coming on here for Real Mallorca in the 75th minute here now. Dani Rodriguez coming off here. And Abdon Prats coming on for Real Mallorca. Now Joan Garcia takes the goal kick. Johan Mojica clearing it. And what a last 10 minutes we've had. And it's been so dramatic here in this second half so far. And it started off so poor. And now it's just alive all of a sudden. And again, Real Mallorca will be desperate for a win here. And now Real Mallorca are going to be going all out for these 3 points as they do desperately need them. Now here's Antonio Rayo, who plays it out to Maffeo. Maffeo playing it back to Valgent. Now Real Mallorca looking so much better, looking so much sharper. It's almost as if they've activated, if they've pressed the on button, and now they're just looking so much better. Now here's Maffeo, he takes it onward, plays a lovely through ball into Muriqui, puts in the cross. The ball just goes into the hands of Joan Garcia, and it's Manu Morlanes who got the header off. And it was a lovely ball from Muriqui and a lovely pass from Maffeo, but they just couldn't make it work. Now here's Mojica. Mojica playing it back. Sergi Derder now pressing up. What player he's been in this match so far, what influence he's had. Now Real Mallorca don't have long to save the 3 points for their team. They just have about 12 minutes and a half plus extra time, which they'll probably add on around 4 minutes, I reckon. Now here's Mojica on the left-hand side. Now Mojica doing a few step-overs and taking the shot on. But it goes right into the hands of Joan Garcia. And again, what a match this goalkeeper has had. And I'm not surprised that he is ranked #1 in most saves per match. because what a match he's had so far, Joan Garcia. Now here's Mojica. Manu Morlanes into Takuma. Muriqui now holding the ball well. Now Muriqui. Looks like they're going to take it down the left-hand side. Into Mojica, he plays it through into the middle. Takuma Sano turning around, trying to take the shot. Shot was blocked. And it is going to be a goal kick here for Espanyol. It's Takuma Sano, who takes a lovely touch. But the Espanyol defender there does so well to block it. And again, looking at the replay there, just not quite sure with that handball decision, if it was, if it wasn't. It does touch his elbow area. I'm not quite sure how the handball rule works these days. They claim it could be anything. Now Espanyol are going to be making a double change here now for their side. Manolo Gonzalez making 2 substitutes for his side now. Just have about 10 minutes left now before the end of this half. Now here's Manu Morlanes on the left-hand side trying to put in the cross. They can't make it work. I was just trying to see who the substitutions were. And the substitutions made was Walid Chedira brought on and Antonio Roca also brought on for Fernandez and also for Carrera. So those were the substitutes that were made there for Espanyol. Now Real Mallorca with 10 minutes left. Johan Mojica not happy with his team. But Real Mallorca have gotten a corner for their side. Now Sergi Derder is going to put in the cross. Looking for that second post. Espanyol clearing it. Now Espanyol breaking on the counter-attack. He plays a lovely little nutmeg through Mojica. But Real Mallorca get there back on time to get the ball back. But again, as I mentioned, Espanyol were just so poor on the offensive today. Now we have about 8 minutes left before the end of the second half plus extra time. Now it looks like Real Mallorca are going to make a double substitute very soon. Looks like Valery and Omar Mascarell will both come on for Mallorca. Now here's Maffeo. Maffeo gets taken down. Referee gives the free kick for Real Mallorca. And again, as I just said, Valery and Omar Mascarell, looks like they're both going to be coming on. Now here's Sergi Derder on that right-hand side. Plays it into Maffeo. Real Mallorca get the throw-in. And Pablo Maffeo is going to put it into that penalty area box, it looks like, with his throw-in. Now Maffeo taking the throw-in. Getting the ball back, Real Mallorca playing it free. They can't make it work. Espanyol clearing it. Now Mojica heading it. And it looks like Takuma Sano will be coming off. Takuma Sano and Manu Morlanes both coming off for Valery Fernandez and Omar Mascarey.
Hace tiempo que no hemos visto a Valeri, ¿no? ¿No?
Sí, sí, son varios partidos, no sabía.
Now, Real Mallorca really need to step it up here if they want to get the winner for their team. Just about 6 minutes left before the end of the second half plus extra time. And now a Espanyol player here is on the ground, looks quite hurt, not quite sure, trying to see who it is. Taking a look at the Real Mallorca goal, Sergi Darder, what a pass he puts into Takuma Sano. And of course, Takuma Sano with a lovely finish. Now here comes Espanyol, breaking down the left-hand side. Oh, Pablo Maffeo challenging him to get the throw in here, Espanyol. Now Espanyol playing the ball all the way back to Joan Garcia. Now Joan Garcia and Espanyol playing from at the back. It's Cabrera now. Mojica gets taken down. And it is going to be a free kick here for Real Mallorca. It's El Hiali who takes Mojica down. Now Real Mallorca are going to play from at the back. Just about 3.5 to 4 minutes to go. Now Dominic Grave taking the goal kick, trying to play it through. But again, Real Mallorca can't make it work. Espanyol clearing it. Now Real Mallorca trying to bring it down. Referee has given the free kick on Sergi Darder, who just got hit there. It's Urco who takes him down. Urco Gonzalez just hits him there. Now here's Takuma Sano. Of course, Takuma Sano, he did score the goal for Real Mallorca tonight, and that is his second goal of the season. What a player he's been for Real Mallorca this season. If Real Mallorca can get the win here tonight, it would put them on 40 points. And what a win it would be before the international break. Now putting in the cross, Real Mallorca. Joan Garcia clears it on time. The rebound does fall too. It's Mojica now. Playing it back. Real Mallorca just playing the ball into that penalty box, trying to put it in. And the referee has given a penalty here for Real Mallorca. Now the referee, of course, will check it, but it's Abdon Prats who got taken down. And if this is given, this could be massive for Real Mallorca. Hopefully Abdon Prats is okay, of course. We will have to take a look at the replay. Taking a look at the replay. Couldn't quite see here what happened. It's just... I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure it's Cabrera who hits Abdon. Cabrera just looks like he slips. And as he slips, he takes Abdon Prats down. I'm not quite sure. If you were to ask me if it is a penalty or not, I'm not quite sure because it's so scruffy. I can't quite see what's going on there. But it just looks like Cabrera takes Abdon Prats down as he slips. And Abdon Prats is going to take the penalty now for Real Mallorca. In the 88th minute here. Can Abdon Prats get the 3 points for Real Mallorca here tonight? Abdon Prats, how is your bottle? Abdon Prats takes the penalty, and Joan Garcia saves it, gets the rebound, takes the shot off. And Joan Garcia saves the penalty for Espanyol. I can't quite believe what I am seeing. I can't believe what is going on here. Joan Garcia with the second penalty saved of the match. And then the rebound, of course. And Martin Valgen gets to rebound the shot off, and it's just a bit of a poor penalty from Abdon Prats. And 8 minutes have been added on extra time here now. But what is going on? 2 penalties awarded for Real Mallorca and 2 saves by Joan Garcia. And what a goalkeeper this man is. As I mentioned in the pre-match, he was always going to be a danger, as he's ranked #1 in saves per match in the whole competition. Now Al Hilali's on the ground here. Looks like he is injured. Now all sorts of chaos are going on in this match. I'm getting word that the referee might have to check for the penalty being repeated due to Joan Garcia stepping off of his line on time. The referee is checking it as El Hilali is being checked on. The referee is checking for potentially repeating the penalty. This match has just been absolute pure chaos so far. Now, the referee is going to be going to VAR now to check if Joan Garcia stepped off of his line. Now, what is going on in this match? We have absolute pure chaos so far, and there will be so many minutes added on into this match. Now the referee has gone to VAR. And we are going to take a look at the penalty again. I believe it's actually because one of the Espanyol players entered the box before Abdon Prats took the penalty, and that could be the reason why this penalty is repeated. I'm trying to keep up with everything that's going on, but it's so chaotic in this match. Everything is going on. Now, the first error is one or two players step in the box before Abdon Prats takes a penalty, and then another action is because of a potential handball after the penalty was taken in a rebound. And so many things are going on at the same time here. And it is a penalty for Real Mallorca. This is absolute chaos in this match. I've never seen anything quite like it. It's the third penalty for Real Mallorca. And Joan Garcia saved 2 penalties. Now, the question is, can he save the third one? Now, who's going to be taking this penalty for Real Mallorca? And can they put it away? And it looks like Pablo Maffeo is going to be taking the penalty for Real Mallorca. And I'm telling you, I'm feeling the nerves in here, because if they miss a third penalty, Joan Garcia trying to get involved in the conversations between Real Mallorca. And now this is just so chaotic. What is going to happen here? Now Muriqui decided that he is going to take the penalty instead of Pablo Maffeo. Now Velat Muriqui to take the third penalty for Real Mallorca. You cannot freeze up on this one, Muriqui. How is your third penalty bottle? Velat Muriqui stepping up to save his team for the third time. The third penalty of the match. He puts it in the top left corner of the net, and Velat Muriqui scores the penalty for Real Mallorca. And Real Mallorca finally managed to score the penalty. And how unfair is this for Joan Garcia? How unfair is this for Joan Garcia? I mean, you've got to feel bad for him. Now Velat Muriqui finally managing to score the penalty, and he does apologize to his fans and then proceeds to do his celebration. Because you do have to say, what a penalty that is there from Velat Muriqui, slotting it right in that top left corner. And why couldn't he do that on the first one is my question. But thank the Lord, Real Mallorca could manage to put away the third penalty. And now, what a dramatic ending to this match we've had. And there's going to be so many more minutes added on. We're on the 98th minute. And it probably will continue for quite a while now. Now Urgoy y Comula both came off here for Espanyol. 2 substitutes made here for Espanyol. And what a crazy match we have had so far here. It's just been absolutely mental. Now Sergi Darder coming off for Antonio Sanchez. And I mean, how many chances did Real America need to score that penalty? It took 3 tries. So you have to give a massive appreciation towards Joan Garcia, that Espanyol goalkeeper who's so unlucky to have gotten the third penalty awarded against him. Now Real America to take the throw in. The question is, when is the referee going to blow his whistle? We have no idea because so many different things happened. Now referee's blown offside for Real America Espanyol to take the free kick. Real America bringing the ball down. Muriqi winning it very well there. Muriqi does very well with a little back pass now. Looking for Real America, just trying to hold on the ball, trying to keep that ball safe until the full-time whistle. But they are still pushing up. It's Mojica on the left-hand side, puts in the cross into the second post. Nobody gets on the edge of it. Now, Espanyol are going to take the throw in here. And what is going on in this match? Now Espanyol trying to get that ball back, but Real America not letting them get the ball back. It's Rayo. Rayo pushing up here. Plays it into Mojica. Mojica back into Rayo. Referee has given a throw-in for Espanyol here. Espanyol absolutely pressing up so far. As they have nothing to lose, they may as well try and go for the equalizer. Now Espanyol trying to put in the cross into that second post. Real America getting there on time to clear it. It's Antonio Sanchez who cleared it. Now here come Espanyol trying to make it work. Real America getting the ball back. And the referee blows the full-time whistle here for Real Mallorca. And what a dramatic ending we've had here at the Estadi Somos. I mean, what a match and what a roller coaster of emotions that we've had in this match. I've never quite seen anything like it. And what a match that was there for Real Mallorca. What a match it was for these fans that came to watch it. And you have to feel bad for that man there walking away. You just have to feel terrible for him. Joan Garcia, who saved 2 penalties. Almost saved the third one, made so many saves. You just have to feel bad for Espanyol here. You really do. As of how lucky they really were. How unlucky they really were. And Real Mallorca get the win. And I'm sure happy them for their fans. But you do have to take into consideration how poor the performance was from Real Mallorca despite getting the 3 points. If it wasn't for those penalties, then I mean, it's poor. And of course the Espanyol players heading to the dressing room absolutely furious. And of course I'm not surprised. I would be too if I was playing for that Espanyol side. I mean, it was just an absolute madness here. And I mean, for 2 penalties in a row to be repeated, It took 3 penalty attempts for Real Mallorca to score that second goal. I mean, how frustrated could Espanyol be after that loss? I mean, it's got to be such a shame for Espanyol. And again, like I mentioned, it's a bit poor from Real Mallorca. It was a poor performance for them not to score if it wasn't for the penalties. Now, we will have interviews coming up very, very soon as the match was heavily delayed. We'll have them quite soon, quickly. So do not go anywhere because we'll have that very soon. If you want to hear the post-match interviews, we have them coming up very soon. And of course, Real Mallorca end this break off with 40 points on the table now for Real Mallorca, leaving them just 1 point behind Real Betis, behind that 6th place. And of course, if you do follow me on Twitter, you would see that I did predict this. I did predict a Muriqi goal plus the 40 points. And I got it. So I am proud of myself for that. But again, if we're talking about the real performance, the actual performance here, it wasn't enough. I mean, I understand that they'll be happy, they'll be buzzing after that dramatic win. But again, the performance-wise wasn't enough. And I don't think the manager will be too happy with this win. But the important thing is they got the 3 points. And that's all that really matters. But again, it was just such a poor performance from Real Mallorca. They're lucky to get, I'd say a draw was definitely fair, but they're very lucky to get the 3 points because the offensive play was just so bad by Real Mallorca. But if we do look at the stats from that match, and I will look at the stats from that match, of course, Joan Garcia got the MVP, the man of the match for this match, and that, of course, is absolutely no surprise, as he will, in my opinion, was absolutely spectacular. What a goalkeeper Espanyol have on their hands. They were so unlucky. He almost saved the match completely for them. He's just so unlucky for the 3 penalties to be repeated. And what a goalkeeper Joan Garcia is, ranked #1 in saves per match in the LaLiga division with an average of 3.7 saves a match. What a goalkeeper he is. 62% possession for Real Mallorca, 38% possession for Espanyol. 20 total shots for Real Mallorca and only 3 on target, whereas Espanyol only 2 shots and 0 on target. Now we will get the words from Sergi Darder. Congratulations. How crazy was that, right? Yeah, the truth is it was nuts. That little bit percentage of I feel bad because it's my ex-team, but hey, you know, we got 40 points, you know, we're ahead now. 5 matches where we haven't lost. We need to get more goals, but hey, I guess that's football. We scored in the last minute, and yeah. Did you know that they were revising the penalty again? Yeah, right away. You know, every penalty is revised. When you see after 31 minutes that the referee's still checking it, you know it's because of the penalty. I didn't know if it was because someone said something or something, but we saw the referee go to the VR, and that's when we knew. So yeah, but you know, it was a bit unfair, but hey, the rules are the rules. Do you feel that the team activated after you guys scored the own goal? You know, you had so many big chances after that. But I think it was the first half where, you know, Espanyol were like very dangerous on us. Yeah, they made us be a little bit more on guard. They didn't attack as much. We had to attack a lot more. You know, but then Espanyol eventually had to go for everything after we were winning. When we compete at our maximum level, when we're strong, In that second half onwards, we showed that, we're the team that can do this. We have the ambition to want to do a big season, and that's what we're doing. How many headers has Takuma scored? Yeah, very little, In the end, yeah, I did get an assist and cool stuff, but the assist doesn't really count for much as long as he scores the goal. I knew he was going to be there when I saw him. I knew he was going to run in and get the head. Those crosses in the second post can really hurt. The first half was a bit harder because I wasn't getting the ball as much. In the second half, I went looking for it a bit more. How do you feel after this match? I think the first objective we pretty much completed. They left us, we're pretty much saved from relegation zone. Today wasn't really enough. We didn't really give enough. There's a lot that we didn't see today that we should have seen. We still have to keep on dreaming. We have to be ambitious. With humility, we just have to keep this up and do a good season. Thank you. Those were the words there from Sergi Darder, one of the main mans in this Real Mallorca squad. And looking at the Real Mallorca squad, and I mean, if I had to choose one player in that Real Mallorca squad, it's quite hard, but for me, Sergi Darder definitely had a very good match. The way he was just completely getting the ball and putting in, as he said, those crosses into the second post was so dangerous. He was just so lethal there in that match, Sergi Darder. I just think it was so good. He went looking for the ball constantly. He kept on putting in the crosses. And of course, Takuma Sano also had a great match, to be fair to him. He was constantly being up front, pretty much the only one making a dangerous threat, pretty much the only one really attacking. So Takuma Sano also was really good. The way he was making those runs, breaking through, and at the end of the day, he did get the first goal for his team. But for me, the man of the match in that Real Mallorca side goes easily to Sergi Darder, because again, he was just all over the place looking for the ball. And then when he did get the ball, he put those dangerous crosses into the second post. He had the vision. He's just a great player. And of course, he is playing against his ex-team. So massive respect to him. And if we're talking about best player in the whole match and even on that Espanyol side, then for me, it's no doubt in my mind. I don't think it should be any doubt for anyone. Then it's for Joan Garcia, because I mean, what goalkeeper? How many saves did he make there? How many penalties did he save? He saved 2 or 3 penalties there in a row, and he's just so unlucky for that penalty to be repeated for him and for him to concede it, because there was no saving that shot there from Vilamuriki. And what a match that was there for Joan Garcia. I do have to say, massive respect for him. You have to recognize when an opposition has an amazing player, and that is an amazing goalkeeper right there. Because what a goalkeeper he was. And talking about, I mean, if Velad Muriki hadn't scored a quite unfortunate, unlucky own goal, then Espanyol, in my opinion, were definitely not getting anywhere near that Real Mallorca side. Because, when it came to offensive play, Espanyol were just not dangerous in the slightest bit. I mean, when it came to offensive play, I just think they were so poor, Espanyol. They were lucky that Real Mallorca let that goal slip in, I think, in general. It was a very, very unlucky goal from Vilamurrica. I don't really think it's anyone's fault. It's just unlucky. It's an unlucky own goal. He just goes to clear it. I think he jumps a bit too early or a bit too late. Just hits the top of his head and just swings behind him into the back of his own net. I do have to say, I think it's a bit unlucky there for Vilamurrica. But again, I don't think if Vilamurrica didn't score that own goal, then I don't think Espanyol were ever getting a goal. And the strongest thing that Espanyol had today was their defense, and especially that goalkeeper, as I didn't mention. In general, their whole defense was very solid, and we could see how hard it was to score goals against them. You know, the first goal was an excellent goal, but it took 65 minutes to score. They couldn't score in the first half or in the beginning of the second half. And then, of course, they had to repeat 3 penalties in order to put one against Joan Garcia. So those are things that you have to take into consideration. Espanyol, definitely not a bad team. Definitely not a team that should be going down, that should be getting relegated, because after seeing how much of a good defensive side they have there, there's no way with a good defensive side like that they should be going down. Of course, statistically, Real Mallorca were very, very much stronger. 20 shots from Real Mallorca, 7 on targets. 7 shots on target, most of them saved, of course, by Joan Garcia. And then for Espanyol, there's 2 shots and 0 shots on target in the whole match from Espanyol. It's poor. Possession-wise, 63% from Real Mallorca and 37% from Espanyol. And even the passes is 439 passes from Real Mallorca and 272 by Espanyol. So again, statistically, Real Mallorca were definitely the stronger side. But big respect for Espanyol for putting in a very good defensive work. And Real Mallorca, despite being the stronger side, definitely offensively had to be better than that. Definitely had to get some of their shots a bit more on target. And, you know, if it wasn't for those last penalties, and they were lucky to get them penalties repeated, if it wasn't for those, then, you know, I think it would have been another 1-1 draw here for Real Mallorca. But again, at the same time, it's just so many things happened here. It's hard to describe. At the same time, they scored a very unlucky goal. I don't think Espanyol would have scored if not. So there's so many things you have to take into consideration in this match that is hard to talk about. And whether you agree, whether you don't agree with the penalties, you know, the rules are the rules at the end of the day. I mean, if you're wondering why they repeated the penalty, it's because of 2 reasons. One, because one of the players, I think, has slightly his foot inside the box, and then also because of a handball. But, you know, we have the words from Jacob Arrasate now. Jacob Arrasate, first of all, congratulations. How do you feel in the last few minutes? You know, it's a match where, you know, the second half started so bad. You know, the fans really helped us get this draw, and then lots of tension with the penalties. But, you know, at the end of the day, happy ending. We got 40 points from our people. Do you think the goal that they scored activated Real Mallorca? It's true that you missed a penalty, but then, you know, Tacumana got back into it. Yeah, you know, sometimes when you're draw, you're a bit more comfortable. But, you know, then when you're losing, you have nothing to lose and you get more hyped. And I think that's what really pushed us today. The team had a lot of personality. We had a lot of patience as well. That really helped us. The match was complicated, but today we did it. 2 penalties missed. It looks like it wasn't going to be the day. Yeah, it looks like it wasn't going to be the day, but we insisted, and we got the big victory. Ricky has a great personality for taking the penalty again. Yeah, I think, you know, that shows a bit what Muri is. He can miss a penalty, but, you know, he'll take responsibility for it. He took the decision well. He decided to take it again, and he took a really good shot. I'm really happy for him. Continuing the streak without losing, we win again, and 40 points. Yeah, when you draw matches, you know, it's really important what you do after the draw. If you get a draw and then a victory, then, you know, it makes a lot more sense. Everything's better. You know, it's another week getting extra points, and that's really important. And now we're 40 points here. Those were the words there from Jacoba Arrasate, analyzing the match from today. Who, as you can see, Jacob Arrasate, not really worried much about about what anyone has to say, about what anyone has to think. We have the words from Takuma Sano now.
Sí, ya estamos con protagonista, con Takuma Sano. Hi, Taku. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
What do you think about this match, especially the last minutes?
Oh yeah, today's game was so tough and so difficult, of course. But yeah, last minutes he played really good, I think so.
Y luego el reglamento lo cojo, pero me refiero a que el reglamento del fútbol de primera división
Of the team, no? After the goal of the Amurici
en plan que hay cosas,
on Espanyol,
hay
it was a very good reaction.
cada juego no es interpretable.
Yeah, when we lost the
Y la
point,
pelota ha dejado de tocar el tío.
we never
Pero,
down
en una mano,
like
claro, ahí no es como en... Porque vi el árbitro,
most of the time we was forward and we tried like that.
How are you feeling individually? Keep playing, and now also scoring your second goal with your head. How many goals? How many goals did you have with your head?
I don't remember how many goals I actually. It's not my shot. Yeah, I'm happy to score and win today. Only that.
Taku, thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you.
Ya tenemos a otro protagonista. Sí.
Now we have Velat Muriki here. He has to put his mic up because he's so tall. Muriki, first of all, congratulations. Starting with the last. You have a really good personality, you know, to take that ball in the last minute and take the penalty again after you missed it. You know, I'm not going to be proud of myself. Yes, with lots of responsibility. That I took it after I scored an own goal, after I missed the penalty. And I think that, you know, in that moment, I thought, you know, stop it. I have to take responsibility. And I have to take this penalty, score it, and get the 40 points for us. And that's what happened. And, you know, that goalkeeper is having an amazing season. You know, he saves penalties very well. The only thing I could do is score, put it there, you know, put it high, put it strong. And in the end, I'm really happy because for the team, you know, we really fought for it. We really deserved it. And really happy for 40 points. Nobody's going to take those points away from us. So I'm really happy we continue. 7 goals this season, Muriki. That's 7 goals this season now for you, just like last season. How did you do it? Yeah, I don't know. You know me. I never really put a limit on myself. I like doing good for the team, if it's attacking, if it's defending, even though I scored an own goal today. If I have to defend, then, you know, I will. But since I'm a striker, I need to score goals because that's what I do. For that, yeah, you know, I've got 7 goals. There's 10 matches left, and, you know, we'll see. Maybe I'll get more. I think it's possible to get more. You know, if I get more goals, then, you know, this team's going to go bigger. Yeah, you know, that means that we have a big team with big responsibility, a fighter team. Even though we were behind, you know, in the end, we got what we wanted, even if it is by a penalty. You know, that just shows how hard the team is working every week before matches. They're analyzing very well the rivals. And here in front of our people, we're used to, you know, getting points, and we're getting the confidence again. Because, you know, before we had a really few bad matches at the end of the second half, and, you know, we paid for that. But now we've had a few good matches, 3 matches in a row here at home, where we're looking good. we're maintaining the level from the first season. I'm really happy for the team. Now we just rest and we have to continue getting points, and we continue dreaming. Thank you very much.
Damián, hombre feliz aquí, ¿eh? Felicidad se respira en el túnel de vestuarios.
Sí, eso sin duda, también entre los aficionados que vienen aquí al Hospitality, que ahora mismo estaban saludando a...
So those are, I believe, all the interviews that we're going to have for today. Of course, we still have the press conference from Jacob Arrasate to come up. We still have that. So if you do want to watch that, do not go anywhere. But again, those are all the interviews from the players that we have. And as you can see, Velam Muriqi, taking responsibility for his actions and stepping up to take the penalty after he caused all those bad problems. So, massive respect there to Vedat Muriqi for doing that for his team. So that shows the type of man he is, that shows his type of personalities. That gets us the 40 points, who, as you can see, who as Muriqi mentioned. But now we have a little bit of an international break, so hopefully ending off the break with a little 40 points is good. And of course, as Muriqi did say, we have to continue dreaming. They do have to continue dreaming. They have to keep on fighting. The 40 points is big, and ending this little break off with the 40 points is massive for this team. Now our correspondent is signing off for the day. And of course, we still are waiting for the press conference here from Jacob Arrasate. So again, as I said, do not go anywhere if you do want to see that. We will have that very shortly. But again, what a match we've had here tonight. And I mean, so much happened. It's just hard to even talk about it, because so many different things happened in this match. And I mean, there was like 3 penalties repeated in a row. Of course, Joan Garcia was so unlucky, as he did save 2 of them, but then they got rewarded another penalty, and he couldn't save that one. But again, what a goalkeeper that man is there. As Muriqi did say, massive respect towards him for saving it. And also a massive respect to Muriqi for taking up and taking the 3rd penalty after he missed one. Because as he mentioned, he scored the own goal. Then he continued to miss the penalty. He must have been feeling terrible. He must have been having the worst day ever. But instead of stepping down from the penalty, saying no, he decided to fix his error. He stood up, he took the penalty, and he knew that the keeper was good, so he had to put it top corner, smash it right, strong, hard. For him, there was no chance of saving it. So, again, massive respect there for Velam Muriqi. And of course, massive respect to Joan Garcia too. We do recognize Muriqi's got 7 goals this season now. He got 7 goals last season. There's still 10 matches to go. He can still add loads of goals to his board. So they definitely don't have to... Muriqi definitely still has to keep it up. He still has to keep on going, as he can definitely add loads of goals to his board before the end of the season. Now we will have the press conference from Jacob Arrasate coming up very, very shortly. So do not go anywhere if you do want to see that. We have that coming up very shortly. We're just waiting for him to come through. He should be here any minute now. But again, as I mentioned, if Velam Muriqi just keeps this up, he could definitely end the season off with a high amount of goals. And he could definitely go far if he keeps it up. But so much to talk about in this match. I'm actually lost almost trying to think about the things to talk about in this match, because so many things happened. But again, what a match for the neutral, what a match for the Mallorca fan, and definitely a very, very frustrating match for the Espanyol fan, as their team did take the lead here away from home. You know, they're a very hard team to beat when they play away from home. And for them to give away the lead with 3 penalties in a row has to be absolutely heartbreaking here for the Espanyol fans. Now, again, as I mentioned, we will have the press conference coming up very soon, so do not go anywhere for that, and I will be back in a bit. But again, if you want to watch that, do not go anywhere because we will have it very soon.
Ahora hay que disfrutar. Los jugadores ahora van de vacaciones, que disfruten y luego cuando salgan al campo que veamos los jugadores contentos. Y si ellos están contentos, la gente le va a apoyar. Si la gente va a apoyar, pues vamos a ganar partido.
Eso es
Lo único lo que no tiene que y no estoy seguro que van a hacer relajarse. Pero ¿qué significa relajarse? Relajarse no es salir en el campo y relajarse. Relajarse significa pues vivir mal.
So that will be the end from my live stream today. Again, if you do want to watch the press conference, stay in here. They are running a bit late, but we will have it coming up very soon. Matter of fact, we actually have... But again, if you do want to watch the press conference, just stay in. You can watch it here. I have been your host for tonight. My name was Daniel Armstrong, and everybody have a wonderful evening. And now you can watch the press conference from Kickoff RCD coming up right now. Take care, everyone, and have a good night. Make sure to join us next week for another matchup, and I will see you again next week.
Postpartido, como siempre, porfa, nombre, medio y una pregunta por turno. Empieza Alberto y luego vamos con Miki.
Hola, mister, ¿qué tal? Alberto Hernando, Cadena Ser, en directo Carrusel Deportivo. Primero, enhorabuena por la victoria y luego es prácticamente imposible que no te pregunte por esas acciones del final, esos penaltis que se han tenido que repetir, la actuación del VAR. Hemos escuchado ahora al entrenador visitante. ¿Cómo lo valoras todo y con qué sensación te vas hoy de aquí?
Bueno, primero valorar la victoria. Cuesta muchísimo ganar y cuando te pones por detrás en el marcador mucho más. Pero creo que hemos hecho méritos para ganar, ¿no? Creo que después del gol de ellos el equipo ha ido con todo. La afición nos ha ayudado y cuando estás cerca del área rival pueden pasar estas cosas, ¿no? Puedo entender el sentir del Espanyol, que te pones por delante, te pitan 3 penaltis, aunque uno lo revisa el VAR y dice que no, se repite el penalti. O sea, yo si estaría en esa situación seguramente también me quejaría, ¿no? Pero desde mi punto de vista, sin ver las acciones, al final, sobre todo la última polémica, pues creo que la regla es clara, ¿no? Si entran 2 jugadores, uno de cada equipo, se tiene que repetir el penalti.
Miki y luego Juanmi.
Ahora, por la respuesta que ha dado, a ver si me puede aclarar si lo que pita es la invasión del área o manos de Chedira en este último penalti. No tengo claro.
Esto es lo malo del arbitraje de hoy en día, creo, que al final se rearbitra mucho, hay mucho tiempo de incertidumbre, no sabíamos si... Primero, cuando lleva la mano al pinganillo, piensas que Joan García se ha movido, ¿no? Lo primero que pensábamos, pero no es así. Y luego están revisando, creo, eso nos han dicho, el cuarto nos ha dicho que una posible invasión. Entonces entra uno de ellos, entra uno nuestro también y por eso se repite. Es lo que nos han dicho, pero entiendo esa incertidumbre, esos nervios, esos minutos y bueno, es el fútbol moderno que no nos gusta, ¿no?
No, porque creo que también cogerán la imagen en el momento que la toca Chedira, pero bueno, igual. Y ya la pregunta que le quería hacer, Europa, ya se han ganado el derecho a hablar de Europa, de luchar por Europa, de soñar con Europa hasta final de temporada.
No sé, estoy tan cansado. Acaba del partido, estoy muy contento porque creo que tiene mucho mérito de verdad hacer remontar el partido. Creo que no nos han tirado a puerta, estadísticamente no nos han tirado a puerta y nos hemos puesto 0-1 y creo que hemos defendido muy bien, pero nos falta mantener la portería 0, que no lo estamos consiguiendo. Entonces, si no mantienes la portería 0, tienes que hacer mínimo 2 goles para ganar. Y habéis visto lo que nos cuesta hacer 2 goles, incluso teniendo penaltis. Entonces, quiero poner en valor un poco eso, la afición, todo. Estamos encantados, tenemos 40 puntos. ¿Estamos salvados? No. ¿Nos sentimos salvados? Prácticamente sí, nos falta un empate, alguna... Bueno, vamos al parón y tenemos, yo creo que 10 partidos para soñar, eso sí.
Al botón, porfa.
¿Qué tal, mister? Juan Miguel Sánchez, en directo Fibu Radio. Más allá de la victoria, que es lo más importante, ¿qué es lo que no le ha gustado del equipo? Porque ha costado mucho ganar, ha pasado de todo. También no sé cómo definiría el partido con una palabra, porque ha pasado de todo.
Bueno, creo que nos hemos enfrentado a un rival que está muy bien. El Español creo que defensivamente ha hecho un gran partido. El primer tiempo han pasado pocas cosas. Hemos tenido la iniciativa, hemos jugado más en campo rival, pero a veces cuando vas 0-0 estás comedido también porque dices, venga, a ver si soy capaz de generar, pero que no tenga pérdidas, que no te hagan transiciones. Tienes un poco ese miedo, ¿no? Cuando te hacen el gol no tienes nada que perder y vas a tumba abierta. Y ahí han llegado los mejores minutos, hemos pisado más campo rival, hemos llegado más por fuera, hemos tenido más presencia en el área y bueno, de ahí han venido los goles y lo que no me ha gustado un poco el primer tiempo seguramente que hemos sido como muy comedidos y lo que más me ha gustado es que cuando hemos tenido todo perdido hemos ido a por todo con la ayuda de la afición y creo que hemos hecho argumentos como para ganar el partido.
Luis Ángel.
Sí, mister Luis Ángel Trivies, para tiempo de juego también de la cadena COPE. Preguntarle si le había pasado una cosa similar a lo que se ha vivido hoy alguna vez en su carrera y también por un nombre en concreto, por Takuma Sano, que parece que poco a poco va siendo ese jugador que esperaban que fuera, ¿no?
Sí, ya lo dijimos. Es verdad que durante gran parte de la temporada no hemos podido tener a Sano, primero por la lesión y luego porque no estaba al 100% y ahora ya estáis viendo lo que nos está dando, más allá de los goles, lo incisivo que es y en la jugada del gol también, ¿no? Yo creo que aprovecha muy bien ese espacio y hace un gran remate y bueno, pues nos ha ayudado a empatar el partido y eso ha puesto yo creo que el campo un poco cuesta abajo y al público también lo ha encendido más.
Atrás con Marc.
¿Qué tal, Mr. Marrequeni para Radio Marca? Te quería preguntar un poquito, al hilo de lo que comentábamos ahora, por esa delantera, ¿no? Esa pareja de Vedat Muric y Takuma Sano. Takuma parece que ha encontrado un poquito su sitio, pero te quería preguntar un poquito por el partido de Vedat Muric. Se ha marcado un gol en propia, ha fallado un penalti. Es verdad que tal vez igual no ha sido el partido en el que más ha brillado. Luego, además, ha salido Don Pras, ¿no? Que esta semana en alguna declaración decía que no se estaba sintiendo muy a gusto con su minutaje y ha provocado otro penalti. En fin, te quería preguntar un poquito por esa parte delantera, si ves que Vedat Muric es un fijo inamovible, como es un poquito el partido de hoy, y si a lo mejor Takuma Sano podría hacer pareja con Abdon Pras, con Gailarin.
Bueno, tenemos 3 delanteros y Takuma que puede ser delantero también. Creo que Muri, ya lo habéis visto, hace un gol en propia puerta, pero no se viene abajo. Tiene la personalidad, tiene el penalti, lo falla, luego lo tira en el minuto 90 y tantos, cuando ahí la portería lo ves bastante pequeña y al final mira cómo lo ha metido y me alegro por él. Taku lo mismo, Abdon ha entrado porque entendíamos que el partido estaba para 2 puntas y él tiene esa presencia y tiene ese remate y bueno, ha fallado el penalti que es muy fiable, pero también ha querido tirarlo y luego ha provocado el último penalti, entonces bien, y me acuerdo de Kyle también, que hoy no ha tenido ningún minuto, pero durante la temporada ha sido importante y si tenemos 40 puntos es por todos.
Pau.
Buenas, Yagoba Pau Copo para Agencia EFE. Se ha visto la locura que han sido los últimos minutos, sobre todo a partir del gol de Vedat Muric, pero quería preguntarle, como entrenador, ¿cómo se gestionan esos minutos, sobre todo a nivel mental del equipo? Porque falla el penalti, después se pone por delante, pero hay unos minutos donde parece que se pone todo en contra para que no pueda meter ese segundo gol.
Sí, tienes la sensación de que no es el día, de que es imposible hacer un gol, que no vas a ganar, pero ahí es donde hay que insistir y ahí es donde hay que ser frío también, porque estábamos yendo con todo, pero en algún desajuste nos podían hacer una situación de peligro, que ha habido una situación que Puado ha echado fuera. Entonces era como, vamos a seguir así, generando y estando cerca del área rival, pero a ver también si nos vamos a desajustar. Y Manu llevaba tiempo sin jugar, por eso la entrada de Omar también. Taku lleva tiempo sin completar 90 minutos, por eso la entrada de Valeri también. Pensando en esas cosas y luego cuando hemos hecho el 2-1, pues ahí sí que lo tenía claro, que no quería quitar ni a Muri ni a Abdon porque no quería meternos. No, teníamos que seguir apretando arriba. Hemos metido a Antonio por Sergi, que Antonio es riguroso, tiene trabajo y siempre está preparado. Y ahí sí que en los últimos minutos tenía claro que teníamos que insistir y seguir jugando en campo rival y no meternos atrás.
Miguel.
Sí, buenas tardes. Miguel Chacartegui, Diario de Mallorca. Quería preguntarle por Darder. No era un partido sencillo, tenía su ex equipo, a la parte de la afición visitante que se acordaba de él durante cada vez que tocaba el balón. No sé cómo le ha visto y la reacción de Somos.
Bueno, yo creo que el contexto no es fácil, ¿no? Cuando estás en esa atmósfera, pero Sergi, si algo tiene, es personalidad. Él ha cometido errores durante el partido, pero ha seguido insistiendo y sabíamos que de sus botas podían hacer ocasiones para nosotros. En ese perfil izquierdo, cuando se giraba y centraba, pues nos estaba dando esa sensación de peligro también y luego me alegro por él, porque al final, pues bueno, esa ovación también, seguro, aquí somos humanos también, no somos no sé, digamos, tenemos sentimientos y seguro que le habrá gustado y seguramente también pues, sale reforzado del partido.
Miki.
Mister, tengo la sensación, bueno, casi la certeza obviamente de que está contento por la victoria, exultante con los 40 puntos, pero que no le ha gustado lo que ha visto. No hablo futbolísticamente, sino del show del VAR, etcétera, etcétera.
No, no me gusta esa incertidumbre, parar tanto el partido, revisión, sí, no, tal. Yo soy, ya sabéis, de lo que soy y hoy que nos ha salido a favor, digo, en ese sentido de parar el juego o tener esa incertidumbre y nos ha beneficiado, pero a mí eso no me gusta. Hay un momento que no sabíamos lo que estaba pasando y bueno, pues eso no me gusta, pero como bien dices, pues sí me gusta ganar, sí me gusta remontar, sí me gusta celebrarlo con la afición y tener 40 puntos faltando 10 jornadas, creo que es lo más importante.
Sí, mister, antes del parón, pues podían ser 2 semanas buenas o 2 semanas malas, van a ser buenas. No sé si era muy importante ganar hoy, sobre todo por eso, porque estas 2 semanas se viven de otra manera.
Sí, sí, y los empates anteriores. Tú cuando tienes una serie de empates, depende de lo que hagas luego, esos empates tienen más o menos valor. Entonces esos empates también, ganando ahora, adquieren como más valor. Llegamos a 40 y vamos a tener dos semanas en ese aspecto, bueno, positivas para recuperar pilas. Hay gente que va con la selección también, desearle lo mejor, que vuelvan sanos. Y tenemos un desplazamiento creo que muy bonito a Mestalla, con mucha gente nuestra que va a ir también y bueno, otra oportunidad de poder dar otro saltito.
Vamos allá atrás con Tony.
Hola, mister. Tony Mona del diario Sport. Me gustaría preguntarle cómo habéis gestionado el lanzador de los penaltis tras haber fallado Muriqui y luego Abdón.
Muriqui es el lanzador, cuando está Abdón en el campo, Abdón es el lanzador y en el último ya no sabía cada uno cómo estaba en cuanto a confianza y le he dicho a Rayo que vaya y que decida él. Entonces ha ido Rayo ahí y no sé lo que han hablado ni nada. Sé que Mafeo lo quería tirar porque él estaba tranquilo pero yo no y ya está y un poco por ahí ha venido la designación.
Marc.
Mister, es verdad que ha sido en propia puerta, pero el Mallorca una vez más no ha podido dejar la portería a cero.
Sí, terminó el partido, me han enseñado ahora las estadísticas y ponía 0 tiros a puerta del Español. Es verdad que han tenido alguna ocasión, y ahora hablaba con Dominic, ¿no? Decía, cada vez que viene un balón va para adentro y ves un poco el trabajo que ha tenido un portero y otro y ahí ves un poco también cómo ha sido sobre todo ese segundo tiempo, ¿no? Es algo que tenemos que mejorar porque si nos hacen gol, nosotros para ganar necesitamos hacer 2 goles. Ya habéis visto lo que nos ha costado hacer 2 goles, incluso teniendo penaltis.
Una pregunta más, vamos a ir acabando con Miki, Juanmi.
Sí, mister, pero no está claro que la estadística es la que es, que en 2025 el Mallorca encaja cada partido, al menos un gol, pero sí que el equipo no defiende mal. O sea, quiero decir, no sé si los números dan un poco de ventajismo al tema de decir que tenemos que defender mejor, pero el equipo no sé si está insatisfecho en general de cómo defiende.
No, para nada. Yo creo que hoy el trabajo defensivo ha sido muy bueno. El hecho de que me hagan el gol me fastidia y dificulta mucho la labor para ganar. Pero eso no quita para que a nivel defensivo hayamos hecho un buen partido. Creo que en Bilbao también encajamos un gol, pero hicimos un buen partido a nivel defensivo. Bueno, a ver si siguiendo así, insistiendo, somos capaces de mantener la portería a 0.
Ya, una curiosidad, mister, ¿qué has sentido en el tercer penalti? Porque supongo que como todos, preocupado, ¿no?
Mira, pues los 2 primeros no los he visto. He cerrado los ojos y el tercero he dicho, como hemos fallado los 2 primeros, el tercero lo tengo que ver. Y lo he visto perfecto, como lo ha metido y un gran alivio.
¿Vale? ¿Alguna pregunta más? Pues lo dejamos aquí, gracias, feliz fin de.
Gracias.
Bueno, pues hasta aquí la rueda de prensa de Iago Arrasate, que yo creo que feliz y contento por estos 40 puntos, para haberlo podido vivir y celebrar con la afición, pero a la vez también, ya lo he dicho, que incertidumbre del VAR no le termina de gustar. Lo importante es que el VAR ha venido para estos momentos, que hoy pues el equipo ha podido disfrutar de poder ganar. Así que hasta aquí el programa de hoy, porque ya nos están cerrando las luces, nos estamos quedando solos aquí en Somos. Por lo tanto, muchísimas gracias a todos por haber pasado por aquí, por haber vivido el partido con nosotros, felices y contentos porque el Mallorca se sitúa ya con 40 puntos y como bien se oye ya por Somos, toca soñar, hay que seguir soñando. Por lo tanto, gracias a todos, visca el Mallorca, ahora una semanita de descanso y volvemos con más fuerza que nunca para el próximo partido en Mestalla ante el Valencia. Adiós, visca el Mallorca y 40 puntos en su buchaca.